Wisconsin, certainly much different than a year ago when these two teams met at Hiding Stadium in Marshfield, and Marshfield took a 14-0 halftime lead. That game then stopped due to lightning throughout the area, and the ball game was called at that point. The Marshfield Tigers did claim that as a win. I'm not sure Slinger claimed it as a loss because they only played half the game, but Marshfield called it a win, and so we went with that verdict for the Marshfield Tigers as they got a win in that ball game a year ago. Now the Tigers trying to repeat that tonight. Tough challenge for the Tigers. They face a Slinger ball club with some good veterans on this team, led by senior quarterback Tanner Hora. Hora last year passed for 762 yards and 7 touchdowns and threw only 3 interceptions. He threw for more than 100 yards in 5 of his 6 ball games a year ago. He took over as the quarterback about 1/3 into the season and played pretty well. Last week against Menominee Falls, Hora was 8 of 16 for 131 yards. He threw 3 touchdown passes and also ran for 75 yards for the Slinger Ball Club. There is also a fine running back in the Slinger program. That's senior Avery Kurth, who last week ran for 93 yards and 1 touchdown, but last season ran for 1,235 yards and 14 touchdowns. He ran for more than 200 yards in 2 different ball games for the Slinger Ball Club a year ago. He's been playing varsity football since his sophomore year, and for his career now has carried for 1,771 yards and 18 touchdowns. He's rushed for more than 100 yards in 7 different ball games in his Slinger career. So a couple of guys there to keep an eye on for the Slinger Ball Club, both a quarterback Tanner Hora and running back Avery Kurth. Both are seniors on this ball club, and they should be dangerous guys on the Slinger side in this ball game. Marshfield Tigers are on the field. The Slinger Owls now being introduced. A rather energetic crowd here on hand for this ball game, and once again the first home game of the year for the Slinger Owls. Should be a good ball game this evening here at Slinger. I want to remind you also that Marshfield Tiger football on WOSQ brought to us by the Marshfield Area Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Citizen State Bank of Loyal, and Arts Body Shop in Marshfield. The Slinger Owls clad in all red now coming on the field. Red helmets, red jerseys, red pants, and white numerals. And they take the field to the roar of the crowd here at Slinger High School. Beautiful complex here, just to beyond the, I'm not sure if that's north, I think that would be west of where we're located here, just to the west beyond the visitors bleacher. On the opposite side, there's a very nice looking baseball field over there. And the school is behind us, and they have more athletic facilities over there at the school property as well. Lots of parking here, but we're kind of in a commercial area. We can see a main street beyond the baseball field, and there's some businesses out there, some apartments also on one end. So lots of activity here. We're kind of landlocked here at Slinger High School where this place is located. And but a good group of fans here watching the ball game tonight for this contest between Marshfield and Slinger. You are listening to Marshfield Tiger football on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, Spencer, Marshfield, and WOSQFM.com. I'm Gene Delisio. Good to have you with us for Marshfield Tiger football this evening here on 92.3 FM, WOSQ. Several Wisconsin Valley Conference schools played non-conference games last night. We mentioned Stevens Point lost to Hudson 38-7. Wisconsin Rapids won its game with Stoughton 42-13. DC Everest lost to Chippewa Falls 35-21, and Wausau West edged De Pere last night 21-20. In addition, Neillsville Granton won its ball game over the Loyal Greyhounds last night 21-8. So several teams playing their ball games last week. Before we get this ball game underway here at Slinger, let's take time out for the Slinger High School Band and our national anthem.
Of our national anthem.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken of Marshfield has been voted Best Pizza in Marshfield 12 years in a row. With popular choices like broccoli bacon cheese, drunken chicken, or any of the 25 specialty pizzas, Scotty's is ready to earn your vote now at 715-384-8118. Choose Scotty's for pizza, chicken, subs, sandwiches, and more. carry-out, dine-in, and delivery. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118.
Witness the difference of a Catholic education at Columbus Catholic Schools.
I think everyone should just know what makes this place special.
Come and see. That's just what the Lord always said, and put your toe in the water. There are great schools, and it's a good fit. I'd always want them to come and to just to feel the goodness and the family atmosphere.
I invite everyone just to come in and see what it's about and to see if it might be right for them and their family.
We invite you to schedule a tour today.
There is our national anthem. We're set for football here at Slinger. Marshfield Tigers and the Slinger Owls meeting in this non-conference matchup tonight. Both teams kind of milling around on the sidelines as we get set for football here at Slinger this evening. Once again, good crowd on hand for this ball game this evening. And the weather very, very pleasant. That certainly helps the atmosphere here at Slinger tonight. Marshfield Tigers, by the way, we did notice a setback for Marshfield in pregame warm-ups. Nose tackle Logan Metcalf not in uniform. And the Tigers working out Cole Halverson at that nose tackle spot in pregame warm-ups. So Logan Metcalf not in uniform. He is in street clothes for the ball game. He is here, but likely will not be playing in this ball game tonight. Slinger won the opening toss, and they deferred. And so the Marshfield Tigers get the football to begin play this evening. Marshfield in white, Slinger in red. And the Slinger Ball Club on the field. They have a 4-year kicker, a young man named Cameron Groves, was kicked for this program since his freshman year and does have 4 career field goals, his longest, a 32-yarder back in 2019, his freshman year. So a capable kicking game for Slinger. Marshfield Tigers now take the field as well. And Marshfield sending Evan Pretsch and Luke Lemoyne back in deep safety. Groves kicking, I believe, north to south, left to right.
Tonight is number 33, Cameron Groves.
Groves all set. And we're set for football. Here is the opening kick. High end-over-end kick, and Lemoyne backpedals to the 1. Heading for the far sideline. The 5-yard line, the 10, the 15, sidesteps some tackles to the 20 up the far sideline, and stops shy of the 25-yard line. Tigers wanted that return to their bench side, so Lemoyne had to cross the field and brings the ball to about the 23. And that's where Marshfield puts the ball in play. Play just underway here at Slinger. Marshfield and Slinger in football action tonight. Waiting for a new football to come out. I think they'll mark it at the 23-yard line.
Luke Malone on the return.
And the Tigers come out with quarterback Trevor Femmel.
By Cameron Groves.
Jeff Marsh, the running back. Mitchell Shoddy coming out to the near side.
Tigers will start their drive first and
Brooks
10 at the
Hinson
23.
wide on the far side. Braden Anderson in the ball game as a blocking back, kind of a wing on the far side, and Sam Miverton, the tight end, on the far side. First and 10 Tigers at their own 23-yard line. First play from scrimmage. Femmel takes the snap and gives to Marsh. Cuts outside, a nice gain across the 30 to about the 34 and stop there. Jeff Marsh on the first run from scrimmage gets about 11, maybe 12, and picks up a first down for Marshfield. We saw Jeff run the ball very well last week, 96 yards.
10 for the Tigers.
And he'll pick up 12 on that first play from scrimmage. First and 10 Tigers at their own 35-yard line. Play just underway here at Slinger. Once again, Femmel and the pistol. Eli Colby now that blocking back, and Marsh the tailback. And again, Marsh gets the call off the right side. Another nice gain across the 40, 45 out near midfield, and stumbles into Slinger territory and picks up the first down again at the Slinger 47. And Marsh gains 18 more on that play.
Joey Mechanic and Braden Hayes.
So Jeff has rushed for 30 yards in 2 carries. Not a bad percentage there.
First and 10 at the
First down for
46.
Marshfield at the Slinger 46-yard line. Play just underway here at Slinger with no score. Luke Lemoyne to the near side. Meverden, a flexed tight end on the near side. He now goes in motion. Lines up on the far side. Jacoby wide out on the far side, and some offensive line movement. Marshfield center
Penalty
Sebastian
on the play.
Krangorvitz snapped the ball and moved the count early. Going to cost the Tigers 5 yards and move the ball back to the Tiger 48-yard line. First and
Illegal
15
procedure.
Marshfield.
False start on Marshfield.
On their own. Actually, they put the ball on the
It'll be a
49.
5-yard penalty. Replay first down.
First and 15 Tigers at their own 49. Lemoyne near side. Evan Jacoby on the far side. Anderson back in as the blocking back. Jacoby comes in motion. Lines up as a flanker on the near side. And the handoff to Marsh again across the 50. And stumbles his way down to the Slinger 48. Gains 3 on that
Marsh,
run.
the ball carrier for the Tigers.
3 for Marsh. Second and
German
12 Tigers
Jackie McClintock
at
on
the
stop for
Slinger
the Owls.
48-yard line. Tiger
Second and
offensive
12
line,
at the
Andrew
48.
Marsh at left tackle, Noah Peterson left guard, Sebastian Grandkorvitz the center, Carter Sierra the right tackle. We'll check on the right guard because Riley Heller was a bit banged up this week. Looks like he might be in there at right guard. Second and 12 Tigers at the Slinger 48. It's Marsh again. Cuts outside nicely to the 45-40, up the far sideline and stopped around the Slinger 35-yard line. And that could be a Tiger first down. Looks like it is. So Jeff Marsh on 4 runs to begin play has moved the ball from the Tiger 23 to the Slinger 35. Gains 13 more on that play. And a first down for Marshfield at the Slinger 35. Tigers going to the right side here behind Heller and Sierra on this drive. Now the Tigers flex once again. And here's a handoff to Marsh. He gets hit in the backfield. There was some problems in the backfield as Braden Anderson, the Tiger blocking back, got caught between Femmel and Marsh on the handoff. And Jeff finally got the handoff, but then had to run around Braden to get some outside running room. Couldn't get there. So that's a loss of 3 on the play.
Second and 13 at the 38.
Loss of 3. Ball's back at the 38-yard line. Second and 13 for the Tigers. Marshfield lines up once again. Kyler Bry tied in on the near side. He shifts to the far side. And Femmel wants to run himself to the 35-yard line, to the 30, stumbles forward about the 29. Trevor Femmel, certainly a capable runner. Remember, he ran for 341 yards and 4 touchdowns for the Tigers a year ago. And he carries on that play down to the 29-yard line and gets 9. Tigers with 6 consecutive running plays to begin this ball game. And now Marshfield faced with 3rd and 4 at the Slinger 29-yard line. Brooks Hinson near side, Meverden far side, and Marshfield is going to take a timeout. Marshfield takes a timeout, their first of the first half. We have 9:10 remaining in the first quarter, and our score is Marshfield nothing and Slinger nothing. More football coming up in just a moment.
At Express Employment Professionals, we place people from all walks of life in all kinds of jobs.
Hi, welcome to Express. Please sign in and have a seat.
Great, thanks. Great, thanks. Great, thanks. Great, thanks.
To Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, Spencer, Marshfield.
Marshfield Tigers on the drive, their first possession of the ball game. They're faced with 3rd and 4 at the Slinger 29-yard line. Mason Seidel now coming in to play that tailback spot, standing next to Femmel, who's in that pistol formation. Trevor takes the snap, gives to Seidel straight ahead, has a nice cut outside, gets the first down near the 20-yard line. Boy, nice job by Seidel as he got back to the outside and picks up about 9 yards on that play. Good job by Mason. They'll mark him down, run on the 19. He picks up 10. Tigers moving the ball quite well. They've run 7 plays, all on the ground. First and 10 Marshfield at the Slinger 19. 8:50 remaining in the first quarter. No score, Marshfield's first possession of the ball game. Lemoyne heading to the far side. Now he shifts over to the near side. Hinson tells him to go over there on that side. Marsh back in the ball game at tailback. Colby, the wing back, and Fimmel back to pass the football. Lobs it to the near side for Lemoyne near the goal line. He fights off a would-be defender, catches the ball in the corner of the end zone, and they'll give him the touchdown. He stays in bounds, and Luke Lemoyne makes the catch for the touchdown. His first of the year, third of his career. 19-yard touchdown pass between Fimmel and Lemoyne. And the Tigers grab a 6-0 lead. 8-play, 77-yard scoring drive for the Tigers. Marshfield now attempting the PAT. Braxton Kurth on to kick. Ball is down. Braxton's kick is on the way, and it is up, and it is good. So Marshfield, just like a week ago, scores on its first possession. 8:28 remaining in the first quarter, and our score, Marshfield 7 and Slinger nothing. Back to Slinger and more football in just a moment.
Aster assisted.
If you lose direction, you can grab my hand. I'll be the one behind you to say no one-man band. Just follow your dreams and keep your promises.
We're all different, but we all want great health insurance. See why we're rated #1 in service, coverage, and affordability in Central Wisconsin.
Passes a year ago, so that's his 7th career scoring pass. 8-play, 77-yard drive for Marshfield. Tigers on the scoreboard. Just like a week ago, they score on their opening possession. And now Braxton Kurth kicking off for Marshfield. Santos Rodriguez and Mark Lydell back in deep safety for Slinger. Kick by Kurth, a long end-over-end kick. Rodriguez back at the 3, across the 5, 10, 15-yard line, and sidesteps several tacklers, gets outside of the 30-yard line to the 40 and pulled down around the 44. Boy, some real nifty moves by that young man, Rodriguez, who faked out several Marshfield would-be tacklers, and finally kicker Braxton Kurth makes the play at the 44-yard line. A fine return for Rodriguez and good field position for Slinger on their first possession of the night. First and 10 Owls at their own 44. 8:19 remaining in the first quarter, and Marshfield leads 7-0. Slinger led out by senior quarterback Tanner Hora. Running back Avery Kurth behind him. On first down, Hora wants to pass, lobs it far side. The ball is caught by Lydell. He catches inside, gets outside across the 40-yard line, spun down to the 35. Quick pass play to Mark Lydell. And that brings the ball down to the 35-yard line, picks up 21. And a first down for Slinger inside Tiger territory. Just like that, the Slinger ball club comes out with a couple of big plays, and they're now in scoring range. First and 10 for Slinger at the Tiger 35. Hora at quarterback, and Kurth behind him, the tailback. Hora hands to Kurth, trying to get outside. He runs into Halverson, who pulls him down in the backfield. Cole Halverson filling in this week for Logan Metcalf. Sees that play coming, and Kurth stopped in the backfield. He loses 1 yard on the play. Kurth a week ago ran for 93 yards in a score against Menominee Falls. 2nd and 11 coming up for Slinger at the Tiger 36. Once again, Logan Metcalf not in uniform, and so Cole Halverson filling in at nose tackle. Lydell comes wide to the near side. Hora in the pistol on 2nd and 11. Takes the snap, runs to the near sideline. Being pursued by Daggett, misses him, now stops, heaves the ball up the near sideline. A man's wide open in the secondary, makes the catch. That's Lydell at the 10-yard line. He's flung down at the 9. Lydell got behind the defense. He was just standing wide open at about the 5-yard line. Daggett pursuing the quarterback, Hora, made Hora throw a floater, but Lydell was so far behind the defense he could catch the pass at the 10-yard line, went down at the 9, and that play gains 27 more. So a first down for Slinger at the Tiger 9-yard line. And in 3 plays, Slinger is in scoring range. Lydell and Bowden go wide far side. Here's the handoff to Kurth, cuts back to the inside, gets to the 5-yard line, then taken on around the 3. Looks like Ben Dietz there on the stop. Kurth runs down to the 3-yard line, picks up 6 on that run.
2nd and goal for the Owls from the 3.
2nd and goal, Slinger at the Tiger 3-yard line. Tigers marched down the field in 8 plays and scored. And now here's Slinger marching right down the other way. A couple of long pass plays plus a long kickoff return. 2nd and goal, Slinger at the Tiger 3-yard line. Bowden wide far side. Kurth in the backfield behind Hora. Hora will give to Kurth, has a big hold off tackle and dives near the goal line, and he gets in for the touchdown.
Takes it 3 yards into the
So
end zone
Slinger answers with a 5-play, 56-yard scoring drive. And they're back to within 1, trailing 7-6. Kurth with a touchdown last week. Groves back on the field to try to kick the PAT. Ball is down. Kick on the way. It is up and it is good. So each team scores on the opposing possession tonight. And now 6:14 remaining in the first quarter, and our score, Marshfield 7 and Slinger 7. We'll come back to Slinger and more football following these messages.
I really got to understand what a nurse is. Do they focus on you? You know, do they make sure that you're comfortable? And, you know, that's what Shai has. It's the connection that he has. You know, my best interest in mind, always.
Why wait another day? Let's take the next step together towards a better life.
Each team scores on its opening possession. We're deadlocked at 7. As Slinger kicks off once again. Groves kicking to Prech and Lemoyne. Excuse me, now it's Joshua Schaefer back there rather than Prech.
Kicking off
Joshua Schaefer
number 33,
back there.
Groves.
In fact, he's back there with Schaefer. Schaefer and Prech back in deep safety
Evan
near
Prech
the goal line.
And Joshua Schaefer back deep for the Tigers.
The kick by Groves. Shorter kick, end over end. And it's going to be Schaefer on the 9, coming near side of the 15. Tries to turn the corner, has no place to go, and run out of bounds around the 19-yard line. Took a big hit there on the sideline. And so Marshfield football at their own 19. Halfway through the first quarter, Marshfield and Slinger are tied up at 7 apiece. By the way, some good news concerning Marshfield's Nina Hashimoto, one of the premier girl soccer players in Tiger history. Likely would have set many of the records that were first set by Darian Moulter. Actually played a senior year that was not stopped because of COVID. Nina now at Bowdoin College in Maine and trying to extend her college soccer career. 1st and 10 Tigers here at their own 19-yard line. Fimmel back in the pistol and Jeff Marsh the tailback. Trevor takes the snap, gives to Jeff. Straight ahead, a nice game, but now tripped up, but still falls forward to the 25. Nice run after contact by Jeff. Picks up about 6 on that play. Anyway, Nina went to Bowdoin College in Maine, a very prestigious school in Maine, Division III school, to play soccer last year. Hurt her knee, did not play, but she is on the roster once again this year, hoping to resume her college soccer career at Bowdoin starting in a couple of weeks. They'll open their season September 7th against St. Joseph's College of Maine. 2nd and about 4 for the Tigers at their own 25. Fimmel again to Marsh, a big hole across the 30. Cuts outside 35 and near the 40-yard line, right out of bounds. Boy, a big hole on that left side thanks to Andrew Marsh and Noah Peterson. And another big run for Jeff Marsh. They'll put him down at the 38-yard line. He picks up 13 more on that play. So Jeff Marsh off to a great start already. 7 carries and 62 yards on the evening. 1st and 10 Tigers, just shy of their own 39. We're tied at 7 with 5:20 remaining in the opening quarter. Braden Anderson blocking back on the far side here. Fimmel fakes the handoff and goes straight ahead, gets tripped up. Boy, he had a big hole straight ahead, but a Slinger defensive lineman was in on that play. That was a Jack Klippel, and he tripped up Femmel as Trevor went through the line. Still, Trevor gets about 5 on the carry and marked down at the 49-yard line, or rather the 44-yard line. 2nd and 5, Tigers at their own 44. Tigers running the ball very effectively so far tonight. They only had one pass play. That went for a touchdown. Tight formation here. Lemoyne wide to the near side. Colby and Jacoby both on the far side, but tight to the formation. Femmel pitches to Marsh, trying to get outside, turns the corner, and dives forward for about 3 yards, maybe 4. Could not get outside. Some good lateral pursuit for Slinger by Santos Rodriguez, and Jeff just could not get to the corner, but he's still within a yard of the first down. They mark him down right about the 40 or the 47-yard line. So 3 on that carry for Jeff. And a conversion play here for Marshfield. 3rd and less than 2 for the Tigers, just across their own 47. Lemoyne far side, Hinson near side, and Anderson and Seidel now line up in an I formation with Femmel under center on 3rd and 2. Trevor gives to Marsh, or to Seidel rather. He has the first down and much more up the far sideline. 40, 30-yard line to the 25, upended around the 20. Another nice run by Mason Seidel, gets outside and carries deep into Slinger territory to the Owls, I believe, about the 20-yard line, maybe the 21. Mark the ball right on the 20.
1st and 10 Tigers at the 20.
So 33 on that run for Mason Seidel. He's now carried twice for 43 yards. Pretty good percentage for Mason. 1st and 10 Marshfield at the Slinger 20. We're tied up at 7. 3:45 left in the opening quarter. Seidel stays in the ball game as the tailback, and Femmel runs himself off tackle, has a hold of the 15-yard line, the 10, the 5, and gets in the end zone. Trevor Femmel goes 20 yards for the score. Tigers score again to cap a 6-play, 81-yard scoring drive, all on the ground, and Marshfield leads 13-7. Trevor Femmel runs it in from 20 yards away. He ran for 4 scores a week last season. And now Braxton Kurth comes back in to attempt to kick the PAT. 3 scores here in the opening quarter. Ball is down, kick is on the way, high enough, and the kick is up and through.
Point after attempt by Braxton.
So the Tigers with touchdowns on their first 2 possessions tonight. 3:39 left in the opening quarter. Our score is Marshfield 14 and Slinger 7. Back to Slinger and more football coming up following this message.
Stone Innovations, home of Wisconsin's largest granite and quartz selection, is now featuring the best stones shopping experience in the state. Our brand new indoor facility allows for a home-like, comfortable atmosphere. Choose from hand-picked stone from around the world and select the perfect look for your dream kitchen in the best lighting possible. Then sit down with our free design services to customize the look of your kitchen. Our projects come with a lifetime warranty. Stone Innovations, Wisconsin's granite and quartz leader. Appleton, Rhinelander, Clover, Madison.
Start for the Tiger offense, consecutive scoring drives with all but 1 play on the ground. They've run 14 plays, 13 on the ground. Now Marshfield looking to stop a long return as Slinger got on their last kickoff. Braxton Kurth kicking off for Marshfield. Lydell and Rodriguez back in deep safety for Slinger. Here's a long kick, and Rodriguez back to the 2-yard line, near sideline 15 to the 20-yard line. Again, sidestepping tackler is now taken down as he crossed the 22. Once again, he got away from several tackles, but finally dropped by Marshfield's Evan Niehaus.
Brought down at the 22.
Back at about the 22-yard line. So Slinger football at their own 22. 3.5 remaining in the first quarter, and Marshfield on top 14-7. Tigers offense has looked good, and it's all on the ground so far tonight. Tanner Hora, the Slinger quarterback, with the talented Avery Kurth behind him at the tailback spot. Lydell wide far side. He's a talented guy as well. On first down, Kurth straight ahead. Has a nice gain across the 30. And out near the 35 and taken down from behind right there.
Avery Kurth.
Nick Spencer rather, playing defensive tackle, pursued that play down the field, made the tackle to 36. But Kurth still gains 14 on the play. And gives Slinger a first down. So both ball clubs running quite well. Lydell wide near side with Bowden, the slot man, inside him. 1st and 10 from the 36. Bowden in motion. The ball is snapped and lost, and the Tigers try to fall on it inside the 35-yard line. A bad snap. The quarterback, Hora, knocked it down. Then and Kurth falls on the football back at the 32. So that play loses 4 yards. Tigers nearby, but could not grab it. 2nd and 14, Slinger at their own 32.
2nd and 14 from the 32.
Nick Spencer, one defensive end. Isaac Daggett, the other. Halverson and Kruger, defensive tackles. 2nd and long. Kurth goes in motion. Hora takes the snap, fades the pass, being rushed, runs away, comes to the near sideline with room to the 35, the 40, and taken out of bounds, and a late flag here. A Marshfield man took Hora down after he crossed the sideline. That may have been Daggett. Hora ran to the 45, which was a gain of about 13, and more yardage will be tacked on after that. Hora, the quarterback, runs for 13. Well, he may be adding 15 more on a Marshfield penalty here. He was close to that sideline, and Daggett took him down after he crossed the sideline.
Personal foul on the defense.
So that's a 15-yard mark-off against Marshfield. And a first down for Slinger at the Tiger 40. 2:20 remaining in the first quarter, and Marshfield leads 14-7. Slinger ball at the Tiger 40-yard line. Hora, the quarterback, takes the snap, gives to Kurth straight ahead to the 35-yard line to the 30, running over some defensive backs near the 25-yard line. Daggett downfield makes the top at the 26. And Kurth.
1st and 10.
Kurth runs for about 14 on that play. Each team kind of running wild so far tonight. Not much defense against the run this evening. 1st and 10, Slinger at the Tiger 26. Hora again lines it up. Bowden goes in motion. And Hora gives to Kurth straight ahead. Carries inside the 25. Then wrestled down by Spencer.
Avery Kurth on the run.
And one more man on that play. That was Reed Geiger at the 24. Only a gain of 2 on that play by Hora. 2nd and 8 coming up for Slinger
2nd and 8 from
at the Tiger 24-yard line. Tanner Hora, the quarterback, checking with the sideline. He'll send Lydell to the near side with Bowden. On 2nd down, Hora wants to pass the ball. Throws near sideline as a man in the secondary, but it's knocked away, incomplete. Well done. That was Lydell, the receiver on that play, but a good job defensively by Joshua Schaefer of Marshfield. Stayed with him. Actually was there first and knocked that ball loose, and Lydell actually knocked the ball away from Schaefer. Incomplete pass. And 3rd and 8 for Slinger at the Tiger 24-yard line. Tigers want to stop here. Big right tackle for Slinger. Richard Garrick, 6'3", 310. Bowden near side, Lydell far side on 3rd and 8. Hora will hand to Kurth straight ahead into the pile to the 25 and falls forward about the 23, and several Tigers come over and stop him.
Avery Kurth on the carry.
Excuse me, I misread the yard line down to the 18-yard line. Gain of 6 on that play to the 18.
Ball will be spotted at the 18-yard line.
So here comes a 4th down play for Slinger. It's 4th and about 2. 4th and 2 at the Tiger 18-yard line. We're in the final minute of the first quarter here at Slinger. Tigers looking for a big stop here. 4th and 2 Slinger at the Tiger 18. Bowden far side, Lydell near side. Blocking back comes into play in front of Hora. Takes the snap, hands to Kurth, straight ahead, 1st down and much more to the 15-yard line, the 10, the 5, and in the end zone for the touchdown.
Number 0, Avery Kurth.
Kurth goes 18 yards on 4th and 2 to score. 8-play, 78-yard scoring drive. Each team now has scored a touchdown on their first possession tonight. And the Tiger lead is at 14-13. Kurth goes 18 yards on that score. And Groves again attempting to kick the PAT. Ball is placed down, kick is on the way, and the kick is no good. A good job by Bennett Lang, who came in there and made a diving attempt at a block. I'm not sure if Bennett blocked the ball or not, but he may have caused Groves to hook it a bit, and the kick is unsuccessful. And so Marshfield holds on to a 1-point lead with 26 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Our score now is Marshfield 14 and Slinger 13. Let's mention, by the way, Major League Baseball action coming your way.
Central Wisconsin Glass is Central Wisconsin's choice for your next new or remodeled shower and bathroom. The experts at Central Wisconsin Glass will effortlessly guide you through the design and installation process. Have the elegant and modern shower and bathroom you've been looking for. Call Central Wisconsin Glass at 715-387-8010. That's 715-387-8010. And Central Wisconsin Glass on Facebook for your residential, commercial, and vehicle glass needs.
Possession. Groves kicking off once again. And the Tigers send Schaefer and Pretsch back in deep safety to receive this kickoff. Darkness now falling. Have some twilight time here in Slinger. Groves is ready. His kick is on the way. Long kick far side going to Pretsch at the 2-yard line, far sideline, the 15 to the 20, across the 20-yard line to about the 24. Marshfield football on their own 24, closing seconds of the first quarter. Marshfield on top 14-13 here at Slinger, our first broadcast from Slinger. We've been down in the Milwaukee area for ball games several times over the last years, but never to this part of the state. First and 10 Tigers at their own 24-yard line. Trevor Femmel back out to quarterback the Tigers. Jeff Marsh, the tailback, with him. Marsh already has carried for 65 yards here in the first quarter. Braden Anderson, wingback on the near side. Lemoyne comes in motion, and Luke gets the handoff on the jet sweep, trying to turn the corner. Can't do so. He'll be cut down after a short gain. Luke Lemoyne trying to get outside, but nothing there. He did gain positive yardage, only about 2 yards, however, to the 26-yard line.
Chase Elliott, Cameron Groves, and Adam Leshy on the stop.
Sets up a 2nd and 8 for the Tigers at their own 26-yard line, and that play will end the first quarter here at Slinger High School. Our score after one quarter, the Marshfield Tigers 14 and the Slinger Owls 13. Back with the second quarter in just a moment.
High school sports.
For over 50 years, the Dental Clinic of Marshfield has served the area with the talent and expertise of big city dentistry with a hometown feel. With our multi-specialty staff and board-certified periodontist, orthodontist, and pediatric dentist, Dental Clinic of Marshfield has solutions for our patients of all ages from 1 to 100. We take pride in being in-network with an array of insurance companies to meet the needs of our community and our patients. No matter what your dental need, the Dental Clinic of Marshfield will be there for you.
54, winds becoming south at around 5. Partly sunny on Saturday, 50% chance for...
First things first with Mid-State Technical College. Dual credit programs earn you college credit in high school. Then choose a path that suits you. Use your skills to start your career or transfer to a university to continue your degree. Choose a new career. Transition easily and quickly by upgrading your skills. Or continue your education with dozens of classes to get you on your path. No matter your stage of the game, your first move is Mid-State Technical College.
Marshfield and Slinger meeting in a non-conference ball game. We start the second quarter with Marshfield on top 14-13. Tigers have the football at their own 26-yard line, 2nd and 8. Trevor Femmel at quarterback, Jeff Marsh the tailback, Braden Anderson wingback on the near side, Sam Everton tight end, Luke Lemoyne flanked on the far side, Evan Jacoby wide on the near side. Lemoyne comes in motion, and Femmel hands to Marsh off tackle to about the 30, maybe the 31, stop there. Off the left side, excuse me, that was Seidel. Mason Seidel getting some playing time tonight, has run the ball well, carries for 5 on that play. It appears a man may be down. We do have an injured Slinger ball player. Defensive back Joey Mechnick is down. Seidel carried for about 4 on that play to the 30. And Marshfield now faced with 3rd and about 4. 3rd and 4 Tigers at their own 30-yard line. Marshfield and Slinger tonight. High school football here at Slinger High School. Glad to have you with us for our broadcast this evening here on 92.3 FM WOSQ. Most Wisconsin Valley Conference schools played their ball games last night. Tigers one of the few that are playing this evening. Hortonville from the VFA is playing tonight, facing Pulaski at Hortonville this evening. Stratford and Edgar also meeting tonight in their great rivalry in Edgar. That ball game is scoreless after 1 quarter. Colby at Spencer Columbus tonight. Auburndale facing Ribley Prentice at Prentice. Melrose Manduro at Abbotsford. Stanley Boyd at Marathon. Mosinee facing Racine St. Catherine at Lomira tonight. We drove right through Lomira tonight to get to Slinger this evening. Play resuming as Mechnick comes off the field under his own power. It's a 3rd down for Marshfield, 3rd and 4 at their own 30-yard line. Seidel stays in the ball game. Femmel wants to run himself. Gets outside, has some room, gets a good block, and has the first down on the 38-yard line. Seidel provided a nice block on the inside, and Femmel gets outside for the first down run. They'll mark him down at about the 38 or 39. Let's see, right on the 39-yard line, so Femmel gains 9 on that play. And a first down for Marshfield at their own 39-yard line. We're early in the second quarter, and Marshfield leads Slinger 14-13 in this ball game here at Slinger. We'll run through some scores from last night and other sports news at halftime this evening. Tigers send Jacoby to the far side, Lemoyne near side, Meverton tight end on the near side. Seidel stays in the ball game at tailback with Femmel next to him. Trevor takes the snap, wants to pass the football, throws across the middle, and the ball's tipped incomplete. Looking for Meverton on a crossing pattern about the 45-yard line. Ball tipped in the air, and that fine tailback, Kurth, was playing deep safety on that play. Luckily for the Tigers, that ball tipped over his head. Otherwise, he had a shot at a possible pass interception. But instead, the ball falls incomplete. 2nd and 10 Tigers at their own 39-yard line. Tigers line up once again. Lemoyne near side, Jacoby far side, Meverton tight end on the far side. Seidel stays in the ball game at the tailback spot. Femmel at quarterback. Takes the snap, gives to Seidel. Not much room here. He'll be cut down to the line of scrimmage. No place for Seidel to go on that play. And he stopped for no gain.
Cam Groves and Landon Garying.
So now a 3rd down, 3rd and 10 for the Tigers at their own 39. Braden Anderson comes in with a new play.
Brought him down at the 39.
We'll see if Femmel throws here. He's 1 of 2 for 19 yards and 1 touchdown. Tigers line up. Jacoby to the far side.
3rd and 10 from the 39.
And Lemoyne joins him out there. Slot formation, 3rd and 10 from the 39-yard line. Femmel back to pass. Has lots of time, now steps up in the pocket and throws on the run. The ball's knocked away, incomplete. Had Braden Anderson open near the 50-yard line, but a Slinger defender, Chase Elliott, cut in front of Braden, put his arm out there and knocked that ball out of his breadbasket to force the incomplete pass. Well done by that defensive player from a Slinger. So 4th and 10 Tigers at their own 39-yard line. The Tigers will send Noah Peterson on to punt the football away. Noah averaging 35 yards per punt so far this year. Actually 36. Lydell back in deep safety for Slinger at his own 20-yard line. Good snap. And here's a line drive. Lydell back at his own 18-yard line, straight ahead to the 25. Has a room to the 30, cuts back inside. Gets hit by a couple of ball players, and finally taken down around the 31.
Mark Lydell.
Took about 4 guys to take him down.
Brought down across the 30, near the 32. There is a penalty.
We do have a penalty flag down. Don't see where that is. But there's a flag down. Lydell carried back to the Slinger 32. And we'll see what the officials have found here. They are converging, and it looks like the Slinger players are moving backwards. The call will be against Slinger, apparently. And it's a major infraction, the ball going all the way back to the 13-yard line. That really hurts. 1st and 10 Slinger at their own 13. 10:01 remaining. First half, Marshfield leads 14-13. Slinger lines up, Bowden far side, Lydell on the near side. Tanner Hoare, the quarterback, Avery Kurth, the running back next to him.
15-yard penalty.
1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. Hoare will hand to Kurth. Gets outside nicely to cross the 15 to the 20, maybe the 22, and gang tackled there.
Avery Kurth brings it across.
Kurth, a talented runner, carried for over 1,200 yards last season. Kurth a bit slow getting up, and now walking gingerly back to the huddle. And Lydell, the talented kick returner and receiver, is limping off as well. Ball is at the 21-yard line, so Kurth gained 8 on that play.
22.
2nd and about 2 for Slinger at their own 21-yard line. Kurth stays in the ball game, a tailback, 2 receivers near side. Hoare takes a high snap, gives to Kurth a nice gain off tackle, and a big gainer into the Tiger secondary, cut down across the 35. Kurth runs out to about the 38-yard line, picks up 17 on that run, and gives Slinger a first down. Kurth now with 81 rushing yards in 10 carries. 1st and 10 Slinger at their own 39. Now 9:20 remaining
10 Owls from the
in the first half. Marshfield on top, 14-13. Lydell to the near side. Back in the ball game. Bowden, the slot man, inside him. Hoare at quarterback, sets down the line. And hands to a new running back who goes absolutely nowhere. Stopped immediately by Marshfield's Vaughn Colbeck. That was Jack Klippel.
Tackle made by Vaughn Colbeck.
Klippel.
Tigers. 2nd and 10.
With no gain on the play. Stopped at the 38-yard line. No gain for Klippel. Good job by Colbeck there. 2nd and 10 for Slinger at their own 39. Looks like Kurth is back in there now at that tailback spot. Bowden goes in motion. And Hoare wants to pass the ball quickly to the near side, and it's intercepted. A bad throw, intercepted by Marshfield's Joshua Schaefer up the far sideline, carries to the Slinger 35. Ball was overthrown, and Schaefer, playing deep safety, had the ball come right to him. Joshua Schaefer with a pass interception, Marshfield's first takeaway of this ball game. And the Tiger offense coming back on the field. That was a mistake by Hoare. He threw the ball well over the head of his receiver. An easy catch for Schaefer. Now the officials are conferring here. Schaefer carried it back to about the Slinger 35. We'll see if there's a flag on the return here. The interception should stand. Appears to be a penalty against Marshfield, but likely on the return, which would allow Marshfield to keep the football. And the Tigers do have the possession at the Slinger 49. So a short field to work with. 1st and 10 Tigers at the Slinger 49. 8:25 left before halftime. And Marshfield leads 14-13. Tiger offense back on the field. Anderson and Marsh in the eye behind Femmel, who's under center on this play. Trevor fakes the handoff, back to pass, gets hit but throws to the near sideline, a wobbly ball, and that's intercepted by Slinger. Picked off by Thomas Stowers up the near sideline and taken down at the 45-yard line.
Thomas Stowers.
So interceptions on back-to-back plays. Femmel was hit as he threw on that play.
Brought down at the 44. Another penalty marker.
There's a penalty flag on this play also. So this could also be on the return. Stowers return to the Slinger 44. Femmel hit as he threw a wobbler up there. Appears that call is against Slinger. Another major. Ball goes back to the 31, but nonetheless Slinger has the ball right back. 1st and 10 Owls at their own 31-yard line. Tigers on top, 14-13, 8-12 remaining before halftime. A Slinger offense on the field once again. Kurth the tailback, Hora the quarterback.
Owls 1st and 10 from the 29.
Tight end near side, Ryan McLaughlin. Bowden and Lydell, both on the far side. Tigers now line up, or the Owls line up, 1st and 10 from their own 34. Kurth goes in motion, and Hora wants to pass the ball, throws it far sideline. It's caught at the 45-yard line by Lydell. He fumbles the football. Ball is loose. There's a big pileup inside the 40-yard line. Lydell made the catch. He was stripped away, but the ball was fallen on by a Slinger ball player, Adam Loesch, a tight end, falling the football at the 37-yard line. So the play gains 6.
From the 37.
2nd and 4 for Slinger at their own 37. Hora with a high snap gives to Kurth, gets outside to the 40, 45, cuts back inside, and carries tacklers with him inside the 50. Kurth, big guy, 6 foot 200.
Brings it across midfield.
He gains lots of yardage after the catch, or after the first hit. He'll carry it on the Tiger 49-yard line, gets 14 more on that play. So Kurth now has 95 rushing yards. 1st and 10 Slinger at the Tiger 49. Tigers lead 14-13, 7:20 remaining in the second quarter. A Marshfield man has a helmet problem. And so the clock being stopped, that's Reed Geiger. He'll be chased off the field. And Garrett Willoway comes back into play, linebacker. They may ask for some time to be put on the clock here. The officials called timeout at one point when they saw that Reed had an equipment problem, and the clock kept running. So they add 10 seconds to the clock, get it back to 7:26. Slinger football on the Tiger 49. Hora in the pistol once again. Kurth next to him. Bowden goes in motion. It's Kurth to the 45-yard line, hit by Spencer and pulled down. He won't go down. He keeps dragging people with him, but the officials finally stop play with Kurth at the 43-yard line. Takes about 5 guys to bring him down. And they'll put him down at the 43-yard line, gain 6 more on that carry.
Ball spotted at the 43.
So by our count, Kurth already over 100 yards for the ball game, the 18th time in his career he's been, 8th time he's been over 100 yards in a ball game. 2nd and 4 Slinger at the Tiger 43. High snap, ball goes to Kurth. It gets hit immediately and dropped for a loss. Metcalf and, not Metcalf, Daggett and Colbeck. Daggett and Colbeck combined on Kurth back at the 45 for a loss of 2.
Ball spotted at the 45. 3rd and 6 for the Owls.
So 3rd and 6 for Slinger, just inside the Tiger 45-yard line. Could be 4-down territory here. Lydell and Bowden both on the far side. Hora in the pistol. Kurth now goes in motion. Hora back to pass the ball, steps up, throws deep down the far sideline, and overthrows everybody, incomplete.
Pass is incomplete.
Looking for Lydell on the hash mark at about the 10, but threw the ball in the end zone. Well past everybody, incomplete. So a decision here for Slinger. It's 4th and 6 for Slinger. At their own 49, they won't chance it, doesn't look like. Looks like they'll send Kurth in to punt the football. Keep in mind he's a fine runner, so the fake always a possibility. And Evan Pretsch back in deep safety for Marshfield at the 10-yard line. Bouncing snap, Kurth picks it up and kicks it away. And a fair catch call for by Pretsch at about the 12-yard line.
Kick for the Owls.
Marshfield football inside their own 15-yard line. Tigers lead 14-13 with 5:55 remaining in the first half of football. Coverage of Tiger football tonight on WOSQ, a service of Chips Hamburgers of Marshfield, Filker Brothers Corporation of Marshfield, and Astor Assisted Living Center of Marshfield. Tiger offense back on the field. 1st and 10 Tigers. They'll mark the ball actually at about the 15-yard line, just shy of the 15. Jeff Marsh back into play tailback. Femmel at quarterback in the pistol formation. Takes the snap, gives to Marsh. Straight ahead, not much there though. And Jeff stumbles forward, maybe across the 15, but that's about it. Maybe 1 yard on that carry for Jeff Marsh. Jeff and Mason Seidel both getting some playing time at that tailback spot. And both performing well tonight. They've combined for over 100 yards of rushing so far this evening. 2nd and 9 now for the Tigers at their own 16-yard line. Stay with us at halftime for a review of Central Wisconsin sports news. Lots of scores from last night. Tigers line up 2nd and 9 at their own 16. Marsh at tailback. Colby blocking back. Marsh gets the call on a sweep. Gets outside. A nice gain across the 20. 25, 30, and stumbles trying to stay in bounds. But has the first down. He stumbled down and went out of bounds around the 32. 16 for Jeff Marsh on that play. And the Tigers have a first down at their own 32-yard line. Boy, Marshfield running the football very well tonight. Tigers approaching 200 yards of rushing offense already. And we're still in the first half of football. 5:05 left, second quarter. Tigers lead 14-13. First down Marshfield at their own 32. I formation here. Femmel gives to Marsh, straight ahead. A big gain across the 40. Cuts outside to midfield, up the far sideline, and a bounds inside Slinger territory.
Marsh on the carry.
Tigers run left that time behind Marsh and Peterson.
Knocked out of bounds by Joey Mechanic of the Owls.
And that's Andrew Marsh and Jeffrey Marsh running the football to the Slinger 44. Picks up 24 on that play. And Marsh now has 106 rushing yards tonight. First time in his career he surpassed 100 yards. 1st and 10 Tigers at the Slinger 44. Brooks Hinson wide near side. Lemoyne on the far side. Colby the blocking back. Femmel himself takes it. Stutter steps a bit. Not much of a hole there, but he'll fight his way down to about the 41.
Trevor Femmel keeps it.
Trevor Femmel, a fine runner. Takes it himself for about 3 yards. 2nd and 7 Tigers at the Slinger 41.
Groves, German, and
Tigers are trying only 4 passes tonight. 1 for a touchdown, 1 intercepted, and 2 incomplete. 19-yard touchdown pass to Luke Lemoyne to cap Marshfield's first drive. 2nd and 7 Tigers at the Slinger 41. Jacoby near side, Lemoyne far side. Anderson and Marsh in the eye. Femmel to Marsh. Straight ahead, gets cut down in the backfield. Some good penetration that time by a Slinger defensive lineman. That was Landon Gehring. Defensive lineman beat his block. Gets in that backfield and cuts down Marsh back at the 43 for a loss of 2. So a conversion down here for Marshfield. 3rd and 9 Tigers at the Slinger 43. We'll see if Femmel puts the ball in the air here. Again, he is 1 of 4 for 19 yards and 1 interception and 1 touchdown. 2 receivers near side. Hinson wide far side on 3rd and 9. Femmel drops back to pass the football. Steps up, pumps fakes, now starts to run and gets tackled back at the 46. First quarterback sack of the night.
Adam Lushy.
And Fimmel taken down back at the 46. He'll lose 3 on that play.
Brings up 4th down at the 46.
So that puts Marshfield in a punting situation. 4th and 12 Tigers at the Slinger 46-yard line. Noah Peterson on to punt. Mark Lydell back in deep safety for Slinger. Slinger has time here. 2:55 left before halftime. Low snap. Noah picks it up, and there's a whistle here. As Noah punts the ball, got a low snap, did kick it away, but there's a flag down at the line of scrimmage. And a procedure call against Marshfield.
Full start against the Tigers.
So that'll bring the football back
penalty. Replay 4th down.
to the Marshfield 49. And Peterson to punt again on 4th and about 9. See if Noah gets a better snap here. Snap is back. Kick goes away. It's a high floater. Lydell runs up, makes the catch at the 20-yard line, gets away from a couple of tacklers, and carries out to about the 29 and cut down there.
Lydell on the return for the Owls brings it up to the 28-yard
Slinger
line.
football on their own 29. 2:37 remaining in the first half. Marshfield leads 14-13. Slinger does have all 3 timeouts remaining here in the first half. Quarterback Tanner Hora leads out the Slinger Owls attack once again. Stay with us at halftime for our Central Wisconsin Sports News review. Slinger football on their own 29-yard line. Hora in the pistol formation. Takes the snap, gives to Kurth. Straight ahead. Looking for a hole, not much there, but he does fight forward to about the 35.
Brought down at the 35.
Even with no hole, he still gains 6 yards. 2nd and 4 for Slinger at their own 35. We'll keep an eye on that clock. Down to 2:15 remaining in the second quarter. Lydell and Bowden both to the near side. Hora the quarterback. Kurth the tailback next to him. And Hora will throw to the near sideline. Caught by Lydell at the 40. And then shoved out of bounds around the 48-yard line. Joshua Schaefer knocks him out of bounds. That'll give Slinger a first down. Gain of 13 on that pass play.
Ball spotted at the 43-yard line.
To Lydell. He now has 4 catches for 67 yards. 1st and 10 Slinger at their own 43. My mistake, 43, not the 48. Slinger lines up once again. And it's Hora, the quarterback himself, stumbling across the 45 to about the 48-yard line. Hora runs for 5 on that play to the 48.
Brought down just past the 48-yard line. 2nd down.
2nd and 5 Slinger at their own 48. Clock moving, 1:40 left before halftime. Bowden wide far side, Lydell on the near side. Hora again grabs the snap, hands to Kurth, looking for a hole, and he's cut down by Ben Deach and Adrian Kruger at the 48. Picks up 4 on that play, and now Slinger will take a timeout, their first timeout of the first half. 1:25 remaining before halftime, and our score now, Marshfield 14, Slinger 13. We'll come back to Slinger and more football in just a moment.
At Bauer & Fine Business Technologies in Marshfield, our company has been serving Central Wisconsin since 1955. We're still locally owned and believe strongly in supporting the communities that support us. If you're a current customer, thank you. If you're not a current customer, we'd love to work with you. Let's talk about copiers, printers, postage meters, and network services. Give us a call today at 800-288-2712 or visit our website at b-bt.com. Bauer & Fine Business Technologies. Better business together.
Your boys basketball head coach Dave Huss, and you're listening to Sports Radio 92.3 WOSQ, Spencer, Marshfield.
Gene DeLisio back with you here at Slinger High School. Slinger faced with a 3rd and 1 at the Tiger 48-yard line. Hora hands to Kurth again. Hit in the backfield. Drop for a loss. A big job there by Reed Geiger. Reed Geiger fights off a block and stops Kurth in the backfield for a loss of a couple of yards. Big play there by Reed Geiger. Ball's back at the 50. And decision time here for Slinger. It looks like they'll go for it on 4th and 3 at the 50-yard line. Clock winding down, 50 seconds left before halftime. Slinger will go for it on 4th and 3 from the 50. Maybe trying to draw the Tigers offside. A long count here. And finally, Slinger takes a timeout.
Timeout. Slinger.
Slinger timeout. Boy, what a big play that was by Reed Geiger.
Slinger has one timeout.
Haven't stopped Kurth very much tonight, but he got in there, made a big tackle, which looks like that'll stop that Slinger drive. 4th and 3, Slinger at the 50-yard line. And Kurth on in punt formation. Keep in mind he's a fine running back, so they can always fake a run here. On 4th and 3, he's carried now 16 times for 107 yards in this ball game. That's Slinger's second timeout. And the Owls are lined up to punt the football, but the Tigers still on the sideline discussing return strategy here. Tigers now back on the field. And Joshua Schaefer, that is Evan Pretch. One is 29, one is 39. Hard to keep them straight sometimes.
4th and 3.
Joshua Schaefer back in deep safety. On 4th and 3 from the 50. Kurth gets the snap, and he does put it away. A line drive. Schaefer at the 15, far sideline 20, 25-yard line, and cut down right there.
Evan Pritch on the return.
So Marshfield has the football
brought down by
at their own 24-yard line with 31 seconds remaining before halftime. Marshfield leading 14-13. And the Tigers do have 2 timeouts remaining before halftime. See what Marshfield's strategy is here. Tiger offense on the field. Trevor Fimmel at quarterback. Jeff Marsh, the tailback, on this play. Football getting set. Now we're set to resume play. Just 31 seconds left before halftime. Fimmel takes the snap. He'll run himself. Not very far across the 25, then pushed back there.
Trevor Fimmel on the quarterback.
He may gain a 2 on that play. And the Tigers in no hurry here. The clock winding down. 15 seconds left. Looks like Marshfield will run out the clock and go to the locker room with a 1-point lead.
Luke Jordan and Cameron Gross.
Another ball game is being played around central Wisconsin tonight. Crandon at Merrill, Pepin at Assumption, Pulaski at Hortonville this evening, Osseo Fairchild at Altoona, Fall Creek at Augusta, Iola Scandinavia at Wittenberg-Burnhamwood, and Brookfield Academy at Pacelli. In high school football action this evening. Marshfield and Slinger meeting in a non-conference matchup tonight here at Slinger High School. Good first half of football. Each team scoring 2 touchdowns in the first quarter on their first possessions of the ball game, but it's been quiet ever since. And thanks to 1 extra point miss by Slinger, Marshfield has a 1-point lead here at the halftime break. Our score after 1 half of football here at Slinger High School is Marshfield 14, Slinger 13.
I had an employee at once ask me to prioritize family, faith, and business, and I put them in that order in particular. For each one of our employees, it's family first. You do what is best for you and your family. Then the rest of it will take care of itself. It's about making sure you make the best decisions for you and your family.
So gracefully stop in and check in with us as practice has finished. We'll let Coach grab a seat there, turn the microphone on, take a load off, Coach. Is probably the best thing, right?
Not a big load, but it's a load. How's that?
Let's see. I looked at your itinerary today, kind of a team's practice. Maybe just start with that. Tell us about how practice has gone so far, including the first half of today's practice.
Well, today, I guess it started out maybe a little bit slower. We had a couple new installs. It's the next week, so we're installing a little bit of offensive old. So we're trying to get everything taken care of with the coaching staff as well. We met at 1 o'clock today, and then come out and try to install everything that we talked about today. Very minimal amount. I think we put in 2 plays and maybe 2 run plays, 1 pass play, I think, today. And they didn't do too bad at them. I was okay with them. I mean, the defense is now in their second week, so they're starting to move and move around. They're not standing there like they did without pads on for the first week, where we could, hey, you look really good, you look really sharp. Well, now the guy is not standing there with his pad, and now we get to just get a little excited and start coaching a little bit,
And then you told me we got full contact practice coming up at 7. What are some of the things that happen? I remember when I played, and you've been coaching, and then playing before then, and it's always kind of a special time the first time you get to go out and hit somebody and tackle somebody. What are those beside that? What are some of the other things you're looking for in this evening practice?
Well, it's way different than the days of old. That's why you still have a couple ticks, Coach, from getting hit in the head so many times. But we're trying not to do that. We're not trying to do that. We do a tackling progression that Coach Lukey's done for 100 years that we've been here, and we do those things. We'll have our porta pits. I think we'll go on the grass fields and pull out the big track pits, and it's all a controlled situation of tackling. Obviously, you got the guys who are gung-ho and who are older kids and got a lot of confidence, and you do have some younger kids, and we pair them up, sophomores against sophomores, and so on and so forth. But it's just a chance to see kids get excited a little bit and see what it is to tackle. You still have kids that are apprehensive all over the place, but this doesn't make or break today. But you see where you have some potential and things that could happen in the future.
Sure. Time to maybe stand out a little bit, but there's more practice to come after that. You've done this with me for a number of years. Thank you so much, Coach, by the way, for stopping by. I know you got stuff to do, so I won't keep you too long. So first, just remind the audience, I think it's 26, but tell us what year is this coaching over here in Marshfield?
I think it's 28.
Oh, okay. My math is not as good as yours.
Hey, that's okay. I forget even now. It might be 29, but I don't know. But it's been a number of years. We'll keep going until everything falls apart on me, and they've got shoulders and got knees and everything else happening, but it's okay. We're doing okay. I still like it. Mm-hmm. I still think we're having an effect as far as coaches go to kids, and we all think as a staff, we think that's a big deal. We all teach. We're all teachers on our staff. That's one of you can probably look at some other staffs in the state of Wisconsin. I think we're probably in one of the top 1 or 2% that have all teachers on their staff coaching football. And that's pretty special to me, because that means that people that are working in our school are giving back, and everybody has families and those kinds of things. And I remember back in the day when Len Sr. was here and we started coaching together in 94, 95, and I had my first son, and he was the first one to say, "I took off one day, Dennis, one day," and I was back on the field. So guess what? I mean, we were going into the playoffs, and the doctor said, "Well, Coach, I know you got playoffs on Saturday." Hey, to my wife Mo, he goes, "You want to just get this thing done so Coach can get back on the field?" And she goes, "Well, sure." So they induced labor and had my baby and Andy on the Friday, and we played football on Saturday. That stuff is pretty not happening today, I mean?
Yeah, right.
So I know I'm just stupid, and that's just the way it was, and that's the way kind of things were. And I respect all my coaches, and we make family time a big deal for us and our staff. And if you can't make it because of your kids, and I want you to watch your kids and do the things that they do, and we're just more receptive to the fact that people have families, and that's a lot more important than coaching an hour or two of practice.
In the long run is what they tell me. It's more important.
Yeah. They got to be around. They got to take care of us, dude.
Yeah, right.
I'm getting ready to retire. I need somebody to be ready to get my house ready to go and keep me up and at 'em.
Somebody's got to make you a sandwich at some point. Yeah. So let's talk about last year just a little bit, and then we'll spend the rest of our time, however long you want to sit here. We'll preview this year's team. But last year, at times okay, at times not very good. 3-3 in conference, 8 touchdowns scored in the conference season. I mean this sincerely, Coach, but because I think there probably is an affirmative answer to it out there somewhere. But is there a way to do that again this year and be better? Is that got to all change?
No, everything's about scoring touchdowns. I guess that's the object of the game, and stopping people from scoring touchdowns. I mean, our defense looks good again. It's kind of cool that we do have the kids that we have to play. I mean, I'm still calling some kids that I would love to be out here and help us out, but every athlete has different reasons why they're not here. And,
Sure.
But I'm not going to stop recruiting. If I do that, I might as well quit coaching, because that's not what coaches do. We walk up and down the hall to get kids all the time. But we're trying to do the same thing. The Marshfield way doesn't change. We're trying to stop people from scoring. We're trying to score. We're going to try to put kids in the right place to help us win. And those kids are trying to do that. If we ask them to go, they're trying right now. And there are several kids we haven't had tight ends for 6-7 years. We're trying to make tight ends out of kids. They're linemen, they're fullbacks, and we're trying to make things happen here. So it's a lot of learning. It's a big curve for some of these kids that haven't ever done it before. I mean, it used to be from 5th grade on up that we did the same eye offense, and now now things have changed. People got better, then they know how to scout you better, and they know how to take away all the things that Marshfield did. So we got to be better, and we got to do things a little bit differently, and do things that the way other teams think we're not going to do it. So it's football. We've got to change with the times and with the week and who we're playing against. So.
And things do change. It looks now, again, this season you lost a conference opponent in Wausau East, so you fill in that blank with somebody else, but that's kind of part of that change. And then, in the conference, things change. Lincoln, conference champs last year. Coming into this year, some of those same guys you got back. At what point, maybe you have already, but what point do you start talking about season goals and a conference championship got to be part of that goal setting that you and the guys do?
Our first goal is to not jump off sides the first play and to get a first down, to do well in the scrimmage, be healthy. We had guys, dinged up in the beginning of our season. We're just, you got to go to the cliche, it's 1-0. Let's try to win the first game, try to win the second game, and try to that hard every week, because if you ever start looking ahead, coach, this, if you look ahead, man, you're going to get your feet tripped out from underneath you immediately. So that's an old coach thing, but everybody does the same thing. Try to win the week and do the best you can at that week and that team. And I didn't even know what Rapids won the conference last year. I'm sorry. So forgive me, Tony.
Yeah, Coach Bill is watching.
Yeah, I know, but forgive me for not knowing that you guys won the conference. Everything was so weird. We're playing different teams sometimes. I mean, we're playing another team. I believe we have scheduled a team from Milwaukee to take place of Wausau East. But don't get me wrong, I'd want to play Wausau East. I want to play our conference. I want those guys to get back, full strength football, just for the better part of football. I don't want to see those guys, playing 8-man. I want those guys to be playing 11-man. But that's all over the country, and so we'll see that happen, and hopefully we get better all the time.
28 years, and then playing before then, I'm sure you've seen a lot of schedule configurations, road games here or there, home here and there. This year, a lot of your home games are front-loaded. You finish on the road twice. How do you, when you kind of look at it as a whole thing, maybe just take Marshfield football out of it, but a guy like you looking at a schedule and you see a team they finish on the road a couple times, is that advantage or disadvantage? How do you think about that kind of thing?
I don't. I might be the most stupid coach in the world. I don't think about those things. I really think about what we do and what I'm going to help call on offense and what we're going to do on offense, what we're going to do on defense, and how are we going to win that week? Because, again, it doesn't really matter. We got to play the football game, and that's all that really matters. And I don't care where we go. If we got to go to Michigan, if we got to go to Milwaukee, we're going to go there, and we're going to give them the best fight we can give them.
Start to wind it down here a little bit. I know they're lifting in there, and you got some food probably to eat in a little while. You don't want to miss that, as far as I know, anyway. We kind of look at this week in particular. So you come back out 7 o'clock, full contact or a contact practice of some sort, and then the weekends with the scrimmage over in Eau Claire. For some, maybe the first time they come and in person, sit in the bleachers, kind of look at you guys. What do you think you and your guys need to do between now and that scrimmage on Friday to look like a football team on Friday over in Eau Claire?
Well, again, try to stay doing things the correct way and try not to make mistakes. You're going to have mistakes. It's a scrimmage, and everybody knows it's a scrimmage. I want to make sure that we run our base plays very well, and we want to be physical, and I want to make sure that our kids know we got to play physical. It's a lot of different changes from what we've been doing. I mean, we're going to have big backs and a good bunch of linemen. We got to keep those guys healthy. That's our big deal. Like anybody, let's keep kids healthy. So that's our big goal on offense. Defense, they have a lot of new kids. They have four new linebackers, so and they look really good. So that's kind of a cool thing for us. There's 4 new defensive backs back there. I think one guy has some experience, and Evan Pretch, and so we're really a brand new team. But we're pretty senior dominated though, which is awesome. We're a little bit lighter, not as many kids on the junior team, but then we bring a good group of sophomores back in. So I mean, the pipeline keeps going, so we just got to keep working and never give up. How's that?
Let you off the hook with this one. We sit here in just a beautiful football facility here. You got the video board out there. The turf is so comfortable you could probably take a nap on it at times if you wanted to.
It's warm.
Today it is. The bleachers here are full. So I'll ask you kind of a two-part question, and we'll get you back in the locker room after this one. What kind of an advantage is it to be here when those road teams come in? And then I'll let you kind of end with a promotion, but tell people to come out here and sit in these stands and watch you guys play this year.
I don't know if there's any advantages too much anymore. Pretty much everybody has a turf field, it seems like, around here. But again, it's a wonderful place, and it's way more than anybody could ever expect as a high school team playing on something like this. It's remarkable. But again, everybody's getting turf, and they want that because of the fact it makes things all equal as far as rainy field games and muddy games, and those things are gone. But it just makes things better that way. I mean, everybody can run faster. It seems like you can cut harder and cut better. Balls bounce all over the place. I mean, those are just things. But yeah, I mean, if nobody's seen it out here, if you haven't come to a game, it's remarkable. Come be a supporter. I guess we're out here, and we're high school kids, and the way the world is, I guess if you want to start being a promotion guy, you come and look at what these kids do and what kind of things, the time they put in to play high school sports. I don't care which sport it is. Mm-hmm. I mean, we give away to soccer. They practice before us on one day, and then we practice after them. I mean, there's hundreds of kids that playing high school sports out here. Mm-hmm. Track season, we got everybody out here running track, and we're doing soccer and track at the same time. It's remarkable that what it does, and it's remarkable the people that gave what they could give to make this happen. I mean, in today's world, there's a lot of I people in the world, Coach. You know that. I mean, the commercials say, "We'll do this for you. We'll make it just for you. This car can be built just for you. This health plan will be just for you." People start believing that it's just about them. And then when things happen and things don't go their way, what do they start to do? They find the blame, complain, defend stuff, and it's like, I don't have that. I don't have what you have. Dude, you got to work with what you got. And we've done that for a lot of years, and now the people of Marshfield have come through and did tremendous things, and it makes our community just that much better. It's a tremendous place.
There you go. Come on and watch these guys play. I think they charge you a couple bucks to get in. It's not much. And you come in here and, like you said, Coach, for the community, some of these kids are going to want jobs someday. So you get to come out and watch how they perform here and maybe hire them sometime and put them to good work, put them to good use.
Yeah.
But until then, it's you, Coach. So you get them for now. Best of luck in 2022. Thanks for having us out of practice today, Coach.
Thanks for your service, too, because it's remarkable what you do. It's been no better when we're out of the playoffs or it's basketball season in the winter, and I can sit at home and don't have to go to Superior and watch our basketball team play.
Sometimes,
I know that's not cool either because I should be going, but daggone it, gas was $4 a gallon. I'm sorry.
Sometimes, right? Sometimes.
Really good stuff.
Coach, good luck this year.
You bet.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, we'll let Coach get over to the locker room. Give this.
Since then, Tigers took the opening kickoff and went 77 yards in 8 plays and scored on a 19-yard touchdown pass between Trevor Femmel and Luke Lemoyne. Braxton Kurth kicked the extra point, and Marshfield led 7-0. Slinger got the ball back on the ensuing kickoff and went 56 yards in 5 plays, and they scored on a 3-yard touchdown run by their fine tailback, Avery Kurth. Cameron Groves kicked the PAT. That tied the ball game at 7 apiece with 6:14 remaining in the opening quarter. Marshfield then took the ensuing kickoff, went 81 yards in just 6 plays, and Trevor Femmel scored for Marshfield on a 20-yard touchdown run. Kurth again kicks the PAT, and Marshfield led 14-7 with 3:39 left in the first quarter. Then the ball went back to Slinger, and the Owls went 78 yards in 8 plays and scored on Kurth's 18-yard touchdown run. But Slinger did not convert the PAT. giving Marshfield a 14-13 lead with just 26 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Neither team scored in the second quarter. Each team had several drives, but nobody could score. And so Marshfield maintains that 14-13 edge. Stats in the first half of football for Slinger, Avery Kurth, 16 carries, 107 yards. Quarterback Tanner Hora, 2 carries for 18. Jack Klippel, 1 carry for 0. Hora tonight is 4 of 7 for 62 yards with no touchdowns and 1 pass interception. Mark Lydell has caught all 4 passes for 62 yards for Slinger. For Marshfield, Jeff Marsh, 12 carries for a career-high 104 yards. His previous best 96 yards just a week ago in the Tiger season opener against Hudson. Trevor Femmel, 6 carries for 42 yards. Mason Seidel, 4 carries for 47 yards. Luke Lemoyne, 1 carry for 2 yards. Trevor Femmel, 1 of 4 for 19 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pass interception. That 1 reception, a 19-yard touchdown throw to Luke Lemoyne. So Slinger on the ground, 125 yards, plus 62 yards passing for a total of 187. For Marshfield, 195 on the ground, 19 through the air, and a total yardage of 214. Tigers with 4 penalties for 40 yards. Slinger, 2 penalties for 30 yards. Once again, our halftime score here at Slinger. The Marshfield Tigers 14, the Slinger Owls 13. Back with the second half of football in just a moment.
If you're one of the lucky ones, you've never had an auto accident. But if and when you do, you get flustered and exasperated, dealing with the insurance company and getting estimates, not to mention trying to figure out how you're going to get around without your vehicle. Well, they can't make that process fun, but they can make it a lot easier at Art's Body Shop. Free estimates, free courtesy car, all worry-free. Pick up or drop off your rental from Penske Truck, too, at Art's Body Shop, South Central Avenue in Marshfield, just north of Wildwood Park.
Major League Baseball is back on WOSQ Saturday night as the Atlanta Braves take on the St. Louis Cardinals. Brought to us by Marshfield Country Club, Richter Motors of Little Chicago, Nicolay National Bank of Edgar, Colby, Mosinee, Medford, and Wausau, and Werner Insurance in Edgar. The Braves and the Cardinals Saturday at 5:30 on Sports Radio 92.3 FM WOSQ.
Tonight's game is being brought to you courtesy of our Broadcaster Club members, including Trudeau Construction Marshfield, a family-owned company since 1976, specializing in custom home building and remodeling. Visit trudeausite.net. Marshfield Tiger Booster Club, supporting the athletic programs of Marshfield Middle School and High School since 1981. And Nicolay National Bank Marshfield, real people having real conversations and creating shared success with real solutions. Member FDIC.
Marshfield and Slinger tonight in a non-conference football matchup here at Slinger. Tigers on top at halftime, 14-13. Other scores at halftime: Edgar leads Stratford 8-0. Colby leads Spencer Columbus 21-0. Slinger gets the football to start the second half tonight.
Fans, welcome to the second half.
Very strong running game led by Avery Kurth, who already has rushed for more than 100 yards in this ball game, as has Jeff Marsh of Marshfield. Lydell and Rodriguez back in deep safety for Slinger as Braxton Kurth kicks off from right to left, which I believe here would be south to north. It is now dark here in Slinger as we start the second half of football. Rather cool as well. Nice little breeze here. Cools things off somewhat. Tigers lead by 1 here at the halftime break. And Braxton Kurth now kicking off for Marshfield. Kick is away. A long end-over-end kick. Rodriguez back at the 5 to the 15-yard line. Takes a hit across the 20-yard line, then gets hit hard again at the 21. Stop there.
Brought down at the 20-yard line. That's where the Owls
Slinger football. Looks like on their own 21-yard line. Once again, Slinger is quarterbacked by senior Tanner Hora. His main offensive threat, senior Avery Kurth. Also a good receiver, junior Mark Lydell. Has 4 catches tonight, now 7 for the year. 1st and 10 for Slinger at their own 21-yard line. Tiger defensive line digging in here. Hora in the pistol. Kurth goes in motion. And Hora wants to throw the football. Lobs it far side. Caught. And then an immediate hit by Bennett Lang. A big hit by Bennett. That was Lydell made the catch at the 26, and Lang nailed him right there.
2nd down and 5.
Gain of 5 on that pass play to Lydell. Now has 5 catches for 67 yards tonight. 2nd and 5 Slinger at their own 26. Bowden near side, Lydell far side. Kurth next to Hora, and Hora hands to Kurth. Not much running room here. He'll be shoved down from behind. I think Cole Halverson made a nice play from behind. Daggett there as well. And Kurth dropped at the 28-yard line, picks up 2. Well, that puts Slinger in a 3rd and about 2.5. 3rd and 2 for Slinger, maybe 3, at their own 28. 2 receivers near side. Hora back on the pistol, takes the snap, fades the pass, being rushed, gets away from Deach, now stops and throws up the far sideline, and it's over everybody's head, incomplete.
Pass is incomplete.
Good rush that time by the Tigers, led by Ben Deach. And almost another pass interception on that play by Joshua Schaefer, but that ball thrown, or Evan Pretch rather, but that ball thrown past everybody, incomplete. So it looks like a 3 and out for Slinger on their first possession of the second half. It's 4th and 3 for Slinger at their own 28-yard line. And Kurth on to punt the ball away. Good snap. Here's the kick, a high kick, and a fair catch called for. And the ball's muffed, but picked up by Seidel. A flag goes down here. There may have been some contact there. As Evan Pretch received the ball, there was a Slinger man very close to the play. The ball went through Evan's hands, bounced high in the air, and Seidel then grabbed it, and the ball was declared dead at that point. So we'll see what the officials determine here. The ball right now is laying on the 39-yard line, the Marshfield 39. The officials have not made a ruling as of yet. We'll see if maybe Slinger did not give the receiver enough room there to make the catch. One official is coming over to the Slinger sideline to talk with Coach Bill Jacklin. And the officials still discussing this. We're early in the second quarter. Marshfield leads Slinger 14-13. And you are listening to Marshfield Tiger football on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, Spencer, Marshfield, and WOSQFM.com. I'm Gene DeLisio at Slinger. Officials still have not marked off anything or made a determination here. The conversation with Coach Jacklin on the sideline has ended. Now the official is picking up the football and still conversing. Would not be surprised if a call comes here against Slinger. Yes, it's an interference call against Slinger. They did not give the Marshfield receiver enough room to make the fair catch. There was not, I don't think, any contact necessarily, but just right in the guy's face. So the ball actually marked now at the 46-yard line of Slinger. 15-yarder against Slinger. And the Tigers have the football in Slinger territory.
Tigers at the 46.
At the Slinger 46-yard line. Marshfield's first possession of the second half. Fimmel hands to Marsh. Straight ahead, hit from behind, spins away and gets a couple of yards with Groves on his back and a flag down behind the play. Marsh running sideways to get 1 yard and a flag down on this play as well. Looks like this call going against Marshfield.
Holding call against the Tigers.
It's a holding violation on Marshfield. Flag thrown right around the 45-yard line. Holding against Marshfield. And the officials mark off 10 yards on that play. Tigers now penalized 5 times for 50 yards tonight. The ball is now on the Marshfield 44. 1st and 20 for the Tigers at their own 44-yard line. Colby, wing on the far side. Hinson split to the near side. Handoff to Marsh, trying to turn the far corner. Cuts back inside for a nice gain to the 50. Then stop there. Boy, Jeff really making some nice lateral moves to get away from Slinger defenders tonight. And he'll pick up about 6 on that play. Right to the midfield strike.
Landon Garrett and Braden Hayes on the stop for Slinger.
2nd and 14 Tigers just inside the 50-yard line. Lemoyne far side. Here's Brooks Hinson on the near side. Meverton tight end on the far side. Anderson wing on the far side as well. Femmel wants to throw the ball here. Steps up, throws deep along the far sideline for Lemoyne, who comes back for the ball, but he's out of bounds. One went through his hands, but he's out of bounds anyway.
Intended for Luke Lemoyne.
Incomplete pass, and Femmel now 1 of 5 for 19 yards and that 1 touchdown throw to Lemoyne in the first quarter. Tigers now faced with 3rd and 14 just inside the 50-yard line. Possession play here. Here's Lemoyne coming near side. Hinson far side. Colby lines up as the fullback here in front of Marsh on 3rd and long. Femmel hands to Colby straight ahead for a nice gain, but cut down around the 41. Nice job by Eli Colby for some positive yardage. Gets about 9 on that play. Eli ran for that touchdown against Hudson a week ago. 9 yards for Colby on that run. Puts Marshfield on a 4th and 5 at the Slinger 41.
4th and 5 for the Tigers.
See what Marshfield wants to do here. And the Tigers may be going for it. Femmel and Anderson back on the field. 4th and 5 Tigers at the Slinger 41. And they want to go for it. Hinson and Lemoyne near side. Anderson wing on the far side. Marsh in the backfield next to Femmel. Trevor takes the snap. Back to pass. Throws near sideline and overthrows Lemoyne, incomplete. Quick out to Luke at the 30-yard line. He was in front of the receiver as he turned, but Femmel threw the ball over his head, incomplete.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
So Slinger takes over on downs at their own 41-yard line. Marshfield leads 14-13, 8:59 remaining in the third quarter here at Slinger High School. Now Slinger comes back on the field with some pretty good field position. Lemoyne was there. He turned inside the defender, but the ball just thrown over his head. 1st and 10 Slinger at their own 41. Hora at quarterback, Kurth the tailback next to him, Lydell wide far side. Hora takes the snap, hands to Kurth, no place to go. He'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage. Flung down by Vaughn Colbeck. Ben Deach and Isaac Daggett plugged at that hole, then Colbeck kind of slammed him down at the line of scrimmage, no gain. No gain for Kurth.
Second down, Owls.
And 2nd and 11 now. They'll mark the ball back at the 40. 2nd and 11 for Slinger at their own 40. Kurth, Lydell, and Bowden all come out wide to the near side on this play, with Klippel, the tailback. And Hora back to pass. Throws across the middle. The ball's caught by Lydell. He's dropped immediately by Lang, but has the first down at the Marshfield 47. Quick slant for Lydell in front of Lang. Bennett makes the stop at the 47, but that's enough for the first down. Gain of 12 on that pass play. All passes this tonight, all completions for Slinger have gone to Lydell, 6 for 79 yards. 1st and 10 Slinger at the Tiger 47, 8 minutes to play, third quarter. Tigers lead 14-13. And again, Hora wants to throw the football. Lobs across the middle. The ball's knocked down, incomplete. Well done play by Marshfield defensive back Evan Pretch. He cut in front of Groves. Lined up as a tight end on that play, the kicker, and knocked the ball loose, incomplete. Good job on that play by Pretch. 2nd and 10 for Slinger at the Tiger 47. Tigers protecting a 1-point lead here at Slinger tonight. No scoring since the first quarter. Lydell split to the near side. Bowden flanked on the far side on 2nd and 10. Hora takes the snap, pitches back to Kurth to the near side with some room. Now cuts back to the inside to the 40 and then cut down there. Made a nice move on a Tiger defender to get back inside. And finally stopped by Pretsch at the 40-yard line. So Kurth still gains 7 on that run. Third down play coming up now for Slinger. 3rd and 3 at the Tiger 40. Kurth with some big runs early. The Tigers have kept him in check the last quarter and a half or so. 2 receivers far side, 1 near side on 3rd and 3. Hora grabs the snap, wants to pass, steps up, throws across the middle, incomplete. Threw the ball too high for Lydell, over his head, then he got smashed right away by Joshua Schaefer, incomplete pass. So another decision for the Slinger coaching staff. It's 4th and 3 for the Owls at the Tiger 40. Let's see what Coach Jacklin wants to do here. Marshfield moments ago had a 4th and 5 and went for it, did not convert. Similar situation here for Slinger. 4th and 3 for the Owls at the Marshfield 40-yard line. Looks like they will go for it. They'll send 3 receivers to the far side, and Klippel becomes the tailback behind Hora on 4th and 3. Hora takes the snap, back to pass, being rushed, starts to run, gets hit from behind and taken down at the 40-yard line. Looks like it was Ben Deach who makes the big play. Big play by Ben Deach as Hora took off, and Ben caught him from behind at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
No gain on the play.
1st and 10 Tigers at the 40.
And Marshfield takes over at their own 40-yard line, leading 14-13 with 7:01 remaining in the third quarter. A couple of big defensive plays on the Tigers' side tonight. Marshfield offense back on the field, 1st and 10 Tigers at their own 40-yard line. Marsh at tailback, Fimmel at quarterback. The handoff goes to Marsh, straight ahead to the 45. Now gets outside the midfield, has some room to the 40-yard line, now spins away from tacklers, and taken down at about the 47.
Marsh on the carry.
Marsh just couldn't elude some tacklers, but still gains about 13 on that play.
Adam Leshy brings him to the turf at the 47.
13 more for Marsh, 123 yards for Jeff tonight.
1st and 10 Tigers.
1st and 10 Marshfield at the Slinger 47-yard line. Tigers have run the ball very well. Last week against Hudson, Marshfield had 127 rushing yards. Tonight they had 195 at halftime. 1st and 10 Marshfield at the Slinger 47. Fimmel gives to Seidel looking for a hole. Cuts back outside of the 40. 35-yard line up the far sideline, the 30. Cuts back inside but steps out of bounds. Right around the 30-yard line. They mark him down, I think, at the 28. Mason Seidel also running quite well tonight. And he'll gain another 19 on that play.
Knocked out of bounds at the 28-yard line, 1st and 10 Tigers.
19 for Seidel. A first down now for Marshfield at the Slinger 28. Seidel stays in the tailback spot. Anderson comes in to play the blocking back spot on the near side. Here's Seidel again, straight ahead. Trying to find a hole, not much there. He'll be stopped after a short gain. May have lost the football. Slinger comes away with it, but I believe the official is going to say that Seidel was down. Slinger says they have the football. The official says Seidel was down. He's emphatic that Seidel was down on the play. Seidel gains 2 to the 26-yard line.
Contact. 2nd down Tigers.
2nd and 8 Marshfield at the Slinger 26. Slinger fans not real pleased with that last call, but apparently Seidel was down on the play. 2nd and 8. Lemoyne far side, Jacoby near side, Miverton tight end on the near side, and Colby a wing on the near side as well. Marsh at tailback, Fimmel at quarterback. It's Marsh again trying to get outside. Now cuts back inside with a nice gain to the 20. Cuts outside and taken down right around the 19-yard line. Jeff Marsh, another nice gain for Marshfield. He'll be close to a first down with that run.
And Chase Elliott. First and 10 Tigers.
Looks like they'll mark him down a bit further upfield than we thought, maybe about the 17. And that would be first down yardage. Yes, it is. 9 for Marsh on that play. First and 10 Tigers at the Slinger 17. Marshfield lines up once again. Marsh stays in the ballgame at tailback. Trevor Fimmel playing quarterback. Here's a pitch play to Marsh. Has a seam to the far side, but gets hit as he goes through that hole and gets dragged down to the line of scrimmage.
Brought down by Adam Leshy.
Not much for Marsh there.
And Luke German.
No gain on the play. Tiger offensive line once again tonight. Andrew Marsh playing left tackle. Noah Peterson left guard. Sebastian Grant-Korvitz the center. Riley Heller at right guard and Carter Sierra at right tackle. It looks like we do have a penalty on the play against Marshfield.
Holding on the Tigers.
It's a holding call on Marshfield, and the ball comes back to the 28-yard line.
Backs him up to the 28-yard line.
Tigers at 6 penalties for 60 yards tonight. Second and about 21 for Marshfield. At the Slinger 28. Neither team has scored since the first quarter. Lemoyne going wide far side with Jacoby. Miverton tight end on the near side. Colby the wing on the near side on second and long. Seidel playing tailback. Fimmel will give to Seidel. Not much there. He'll be stopped about the line of scrimmage and pushed back.
Seidel on the carry. Tripped up by Adam Leshy.
No gain for Mason on that play.
Loss of a yard on the play.
So the Tigers now faced with third and about 21.
Third and long for the Tigers.
In fact, they marked the ball back around the 30-yard line. Third and 22 for Marshall. I believe the down marker still says second down. The scoreboard says third down. The PA guy says third down. Should be third down here. Third and long for Marshfield, just inside the Slinger 30. Fimmel in the pistol formation. Takes the snap, hands to Seidel again. Trying to get outside, nothing there. He goes back the other way. Trying to find some room around alignment. Gets cut down, though, back at the 33 as he slips. And he'll lose 3 yards on that play.
Tripped up by Luke German and brought down by Joey Mechanic.
So now fourth and very long for Marshfield at the Slinger 33-yard line. Tigers have to get to the 8 for a first down, so it's basically fourth and 25. Marshfield wants a timeout here.
Timeout on the field.
Tigers take their first timeout of the second half. We have a 4:07 remaining in the third quarter, and our score is Marshfield 14, Slinger 13.
R&R Flooring in Spencer is your place for the best in innovation and lowest pricing for your flooring project. New or remodel, tile, carpet, hardwood, ceramic, cork, you name it, R&R Flooring is ready for you today. R&R Flooring supports area programs like the broadcast you're watching and also supports area suppliers so you get great quality and pricing that fits your budget. Go to R&R Flooring today to see their showroom of flooring, furniture, mattresses, and custom-built showers. R&R Flooring in Spencer.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
The PA guy's been one down ahead for a while, but now it looks like it is third down. Third and 33 for Marshfield at the Slinger. Well, actually third and about 25 at the Slinger 33. And before the snap, there's a penalty. Likely against Marshfield here. Procedure against the Tigers. 7 penalties for 65 yards. The ball comes back to the 38. It is now third and 31 for Marshfield at the Slinger 38. Three receivers near side. Fenwell takes the snap. Back to pass. Looks, throws deep near sideline, looking for Lemoyne. He goes up, fights for the football inside the 10-yard line. It falls incomplete. Lemoyne and a Slinger defender both got there at the same time. The ball fell incomplete inside the 10-yard line. So now 4th and very long.
4th and 33.
4th and about 30 for the Tigers at the Slinger 38. Noah Peterson comes in to punt the football. Try to pin Slinger deep in their own territory here. They've had no scoring in this ball game since the first quarter. And now 4 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Lydell back in deep safety for Slinger. No, that's not Lydell, that's Kurth. Back in deep safety inside the 10. Lydell's been banged up tonight. Peterson kicking from the 50, good snap. He punches the ball up the far sideline. Bounces inside the 10, inside the 5, and goes out of bounds inside the 5. Bennett Lang chasing after it. Ball's out of bounds and looks like at the 3. A great punt by Noah Peterson. And Slinger takes over inside their own 5. There may be a flag down as well. Officials are conferring once again. Atlanta and St. Louis Major League Baseball this weekend on WOSQ. Saturday at 5:30, Sunday 5 p.m. Braves and Cardinals Saturday and Sunday on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, and WOSQFM.com. Officials are conferring once again. Should that punt stand, Slinger takes over inside their own 5-yard line. We don't know who the penalty is called against, however. A lot of pointing going on. The officials pointing this way, and Denny Greedle and his assistants pointing this way, and no word on what the penalty is or even who the call is against. But a lot of talking to Denny Greedle. Tigers hoping that play will stand and pin Slinger deep in their own territory, but no confirmation as of yet. Tiger defense, no Tiger offense coming on the field. Tiger offense is on the field. It was a 4th down, 4th and about 30 situation for Marshfield. Officials now with the football right around the 30-yard line. And coming to the near sideline to talk with Coach Jacklin about this. But the Tiger offense is back on the field. They had the football at the Slinger 38. And Braxton Kurth is out there loosening up his leg. So depending upon where the ball is placed, Tigers could try a long field goal here. Braxton kicked 2 field goals last season, a 32-yarder against Wausau West and 28-yarder against Grantsburg. The official now putting the ball at the 38-yard line and marking some yardage off. A 15-yarder against Slinger and placing the ball down about the 24. Yes, he is. So the ball's at the 24, and Braxton Kurth apparently will come in and attempt a 40-yard field goal. They'll mark it right on the 40 from the far hash mark. And kicking with a bit of a breeze, a 40-yard field goal try. Did not see what the penalty call was, but a major against Slinger, and now a 40-yard field goal try by Braxton Kurth. Ball is down. Kick is on the way. Has the distance. That kick is up, but it's going to be wide, I think. Yes, it is. Wide to the near side. The kick is no good. So the Tigers misfire in the field goal try. And the Slinger offense back on the field. 1st and 10 Slinger.
Owls will start their drive. 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line. 3:50 left in the third quarter. and Marshfield still leads Slinger 14-13. That missed extra point by Slinger holding up for a long while tonight. Slinger offense back on the field. Neither team has scored since the first quarter. 1st and 10 Owls at their own 20-yard line. Tanner Hoare at quarterback, Avery Kurth the tailback next to him. Hoare takes the snap and runs himself straight ahead for a nice gain across the 30 to about the 33, then pushed back. Again, about 15 yards on that play. And the quarterback, Tanner Hoare, who last week did rush for 75 yards, averaged more than 8 yards per carry, and runs for 15 on that play. He's now carried 4 times for 33 yards. 1st and 10 Slinger at their own 35. Slinger Owls and the Marshfield Tigers meeting in this matchup tonight here at Slinger. Glad to have you with us for Tiger football this evening here on WOSQ. 1st and 10 Slinger at their own 35. Lydell near side, Bowden far side. Hoare back in the pistol, takes the snap, pitches to Kurth to the near side, gets hit, spins away again to the 45, to the 46. And finally stopped right there by Carson Mattis.
Runs it out across the 45
Kurth gains 11 more and gives Slinger a first down at their own 46-yard line. Kurth now 20 carries, 127 yards tonight. 1st and 10 Slinger at their own 46. With 3:05 left in the third quarter, Marshfield leads 14-13. Slot to the near side. Hoare back in the pistol. Grabs the snap. Hands to Kurth again into the hole. Across the 50. Breaks in the secondary to the 40-yard line. Stumbles away and he's down his feet again to the 30. And cut down from behind to the 20-yard line. Grab from behind by Evan Pretch. A big gain for Kurth. And Slinger now here in scoring range to have the football at the Marshfield 19-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 18.
35 yards on that run by Kurth, who now has 162 rushing yards in this ball game. 1st and 10 Slinger just inside the Tiger 19. Marshfield leads 14-13, 2:30 remaining in the third quarter. Lydell wide far side. Kurth, the tailback next to Hoare, who's in the pistol formation. And Hoare wants to throw the football, lobs far side to Kurth, and they clear at the 10-yard line. At the 5-yard line, dives to the goal line. Let's see if he got in. He did. It's a touchdown for Slinger. They have the lead for the first time tonight. Little swing pass of the backfield to Kurth, a 19-yarder. It's a 4-play, 80-yard scoring drive for Slinger. And the Owls have their first lead at 19-14. Slinger might be going for 2 here. Looks like they will. Owls go for 2. Hoare will run himself off tackle, and he gets near the goal line and falls forward and gets the 2-point conversion.
And the 2-point conversion by Tanner Hoare is...
So Hoare to Kurth for 19 yards on the score. And then Hoare runs in the 2-point conversion. We now have 2:17 remaining in the third quarter, and our score is Slinger 21 and the Marshfield Tigers 14. Back to Slinger and more football action in just a moment.
Little Sprouts is now open in Rudolph with the same great childcare you know about in Auburndale. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
The community here in Rudolph has been extremely welcoming, and we're excited to serve here just like we do up in Auburndale. Part of the process is to help out the school districts and to help the children stay, their 4K children to stay close and get services right here. We serve here in Rudolph 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds, and up in Auburndale we serve 6 weeks old until 12-year-olds.
Our Auburndale pea pods, wiggle worms, busy bees, and fireflies welcome the Rudolph sweet potatoes, lovely ladybugs, and beautiful butterflies. Contact Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
Slinger. Joshua Schaefer and Evan Pretch back in deep safety for Marshfield.
Taking for the Owls, number 33, Cameron Grove.
Groves getting set to kick off. And the kick is away. Long line drive and into the end zone for a touchback.
Groves kicked it into the end zone for a touchback.
Tigers begin this series on their own 20.
Tigers will start their drive
with 2:17 remaining in the third quarter. Marshfield now trailing Slinger 21-14. Big night for Jeff Marsh, 16 carries, 132 yards. Mason Seidel, 8 carries for 65, and so Marshfield's two tailbacks have combined for close to 200 rushing yards tonight.
Homestead Advisors of Slinger and Majesty Mortgage.
Tiger football on their own 20. Marsh back in a tailback. Fimmel, the quarterback, next to him. Two receivers on the near side. Fimmel will run himself on the quarterback draw. Nice gain across the 30-yard line. Still on his feet at the 35, 40 up the far sideline, across the 40 to about the 43.
Trevor
Fimmel takes off and runs for 23 yards.
Down by Santos Rodriguez. First down, Tigers.
23 for Fimmel. And he's now rushed for 65 yards tonight. First and 10 Tigers at their own 43-yard line. Tigers trailing for the first time tonight. We'll see how they respond in that situation.
And finally, our first down sponsors.
Luke Lemoyne, far side. Brooks Hinson, near side.
First and 10 Tigers.
Eli Colby, wing on the far side. Marsh, the tailback on this play. Fimmel will hand to Marsh. And cut down after a short gain. Gets to about the 48, maybe the 49. That's it. Well, excuse me, the 45-yard line.
Gain of 1.
Marking back at the 44 now. He gained 1. Second and 9 Tigers at their own 44. Tiger football tonight brought to us by Forward Bank, Hilder's True Value Hardware, and Just Ask Rental Marshfield and Marshfield Utilities. Second and 9 Tigers at their own 44-yard line. Marsh at tailback, Anderson playing the wing on this play. Fimmel back to pass, throws quickly far side, caught by Lemoyne. He's grabbed immediately at the 50-yard line and can't get away. He'll be dropped right there. 6 yards on the pass play to Luke Lemoyne. Only the second reception made by a Tiger player tonight, and both by Lemoyne. Fimmel this evening is 2 of 8 for 25 yards with 1 pass interception.
Third down, Tigers.
Brings up a 3rd and 3 for Marshfield, just shy of midfield. Tigers want to convert here. Lemoyne far side. Jacoby heads over there as well. Eli Colby wing on the near side on 3rd and 3. Fimmel hands to Marsh. No, he takes it himself on the quarterback draw, and he bounces off a couple of tacklers and carries inside the 45 for the first down.
Fimmel with the quarterback keeper.
Fimmel runs for 7, picks up the first down for Marshfield. First and 10 Tigers at the Slinger 43. And that may be the final play of the third quarter. Clock winding down, 20 seconds remaining in the period. Tigers are huddling and breaking the huddle. Clock down to 10 seconds. And they may get this play off. We'll see. 4 seconds left. Fimmel back in the pistol formation. Does get the snap. Hands to Marsh. Jeff has a hole across the 40 to the 39. And that play will close out the third quarter here at Slinger High School. Our score after 3 periods, Slinger 21 and the Marshfield Tigers 14. We'll come back to Slinger and more football in just a moment.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier, treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better
Jason Zaleski here to tell you that Hewitt's Meat has you covered with simple, easy, and free home delivery. Residents of North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, Illinois, and Wisconsin get free. That's right. Free delivery on every order from Hewitt'sMeats.com. Choose from bratwurst, wieners, bacon, jerky, sausage, cheeses, ham, snack sticks, gift boxes, and even the popular grillers. With over 50 flavors of bratwurst, Hewitt's Meat with free delivery will please your entire family. Visit the store in Tomahawk, Marshfield, or Hewitt's Meat on Facebook today.
Jackie, thanks for tuning in to ESPN Sports Radio 92.3 WOSQ Spencer, Marshfield.
Tigers back on the field, 2nd and 6, Marshfield at the Slinger 39-yard line. Marsh at tailback. Fimmel gives to Marsh on the sweep far side, turns the corner to the 40, to the 35, and down near the first down marker. They mark him down right around the 33. That should give him the first down at the 32.
Picks up a Tiger first down.
7 yards for Jeff Marsh on that play. 144 rushing yards for Jeff by our count tonight. 1st and 10 Tigers at the Slinger 32, early fourth quarter. Marshfield trails Slinger 21-14. Tigers line up once again. Anderson, wing on the near side. Lemoyne and Hinson both on the far side. Fimmel back in the pistol. Hands to Seidel coming to the near side, trying to turn the corner. A flag goes down. Seidel cut down back at the 35. He'll lose 2 yards on the play. And a penalty called as well. And it looks like that'll be against Marshfield. So a double whammy on Marshfield. Penalty and a loss of a couple of yards on the rushing play. Tigers victimized by some major infractions tonight. They had some penalty flags last week as well. Holding call here against Marshfield.
Holding on the Tigers.
And the ball goes back to the 45-yard line. It's actually a 13-yard penalty. Tigers now called for 8 penalties for 78 yards tonight. Ball's at the 45 of Slinger. It's first down, 1st and 22 for Marshfield at the Slinger 45. Beautiful night for football, getting a bit chilly, but nonetheless, a great night to enjoy football here in Slinger. 1st and long Tigers at the Slinger 45. Fimmel in the pistol. Grabs the snap, hands to Seidel. Straight ahead for a couple of yards. Now cut down as he gets close to the 40-yard line. About 5 for Seidel on that run. Marked right on the 40-yard line. And Mason now with 70 yards in 9 carries. 2nd and about 17 for Marshfield at the Slinger 40. Lemoyne hitting the far side.
From the 41.
Hinson near side. Meverton tight end on the near side. Anderson the wing on the far side. 2nd and long. Seidel at tailback. And Fimmel back to pass. Throws across the middle. The ball is caught by Hinson in the clear across the 25-yard line. He'll be close to a first down. Goes down around the 22. They'll mark him at the 22, right at that first down marker. Catch made by Brooks Hinson. Caught 1 ball for 9 yards last week. Now picks up 18 on that pass play.
1st and 10 Tigers at the 22.
And the officials, the PA guy says first down, but the officials are not. Now they do say first down. 18 for Hinson on that quick hitter across the middle. Fimmel now 3 of 9 for 43 yards. Tiger first down on the Slinger 22. 10:30 remaining in regulation time. Marshfield trails 21-14. Hinson far side, Lemoyne near side. Great football game tonight here in Slinger. Marsh, the tailback, next to Fimmel. And there's some offensive line movement.
Penalty on the play.
Looks like Andrew Marsh jumped to count early. Tigers now 9 penalties for 83 yards tonight. That moves the ball back to the 27. 1st and 15. Coach Gato mentioned in our pregame talk he was not pleased with the penalties last week, and they've improved somewhat this week, but not a whole lot. 1st and 15 Tigers at the Slinger 27.
1st and 15.
Here's Lemoyne on the near side. Hinson far side. Femmel wants to pass the football, gets rushed, gets hit, tries to spin away, but gets taken down back at the 33.
Wraps up Trevor Femmel for a loss on the play.
Jackie McClintock, defensive tackle, makes the sack. The second sack by the Slinger defense tonight. That's a loss of 6 more. Ball is back at the 33. And now a 2nd and long for the Tigers. Marshfield has to get to the 12 for a first down. So it's 2nd and 21. Here's Hinson near side. Lemoyne far side. Anderson and Marsh in the eye. Femmel wants to pass. Rolls far side. Stops, throws back near side to Marsh. With some room at the 35-yard line. 30, 25, 20. Cuts back inside to about the 16. Quick throwback screen to Jeff Marsh, his first catch of the year. He brings the ball out of the 16-yard line. Gains 17 on the play. So now Marshfield in a makeable situation here. Ball's on the 16. 3rd and about 4. 3rd and 4 Marshfield at the Slinger 16. Henson and Colby wide far side. Lemoyne wing on the far side. On 3rd and 4. And Femmel again to pass the football. With time, throws across the middle and overthrows Henson at the goal line. Brooks was open, but the ball a bit too high. He couldn't reach it, incomplete.
Brings up 4th down for the Tigers.
So a key play coming up here. 4th and 4 Marshfield at the Slinger 16-yard line. Tigers trail by 7 with 8:05 remaining in regulation time. Tigers want a conversion here, keep this drive going. Braden Anderson comes back in. Edgar now leads Stratford 14-0. Midway through that 4th quarter. Ian Edgar. Big play here, 4th and 4 Tigers.
4th and 5 at the 16.
At the Slinger 16-yard line. Marsh the tailback next to Trevor Femmel. Trevor gets a high snap. Hands to Marsh, straight ahead for the first down and more. The 10, the 5, and down to about the 3-yard line. Jeff Marsh straight ahead for a big gain.
Picks up a Tiger first down.
And the Tigers have the football inside the Slinger 5-yard line. Runs for 13 on that play. 157 rushing yards by our count tonight for Jeff Marsh. 1st and goal Tigers at the Slinger 3. 7:55 left in regulation time. Marshfield trails Slinger 21-14. Hinson and Lemoyne far side. Colby wing on the near side. Marsh the tailback next to Femmel. Trevor takes the snap, runs himself, not much there, gets hit, stumbles forward near the goal line and gets in for the score. 3-yard touchdown run for Trevor Femmel. A 13-play, 80-yard scoring drive for Marshfield. And the Tigers down by 1 with 7:33 remaining. And Braxton Kurth comes on to attempt to kick the tying PAT. Backup quarterback Adam Gilbertson is the holder. Big play here. Ball is down. Kick is on the way. Long enough and the kick is good. Kurth kicks the PAT. And we are back to even once again. 7:33 remaining in regulation time. And our score is Marshfield 21 and Slinger 21. Back to Slinger and more football in just a moment.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com.
Tigers drive the field, get that tying score. Still 7:30 remaining in regulation time. Back to even now, tied at 21 as Braxton Kurth kicks off once again.
Kicking for the Tigers, number 96, Braxton Kurth.
Now Lydell back in there. Lydell and Rodriguez back deep for Slinger, both dangerous men. The kick by Kurth. Long kick, far side. It's Rodriguez on the 8 to the 15-yard line. The 20 gets a hit from behind and taken down. Nice defensive play by Marshfield's Garrett Willowite. Circled from behind. Rodriguez goes down back around the, looks like about the 22-yard line. Slinger football. Looks like right around the 22 or 23, not officially marked as of yet. Now they will put it on the 22, it looks like. Slinger football on their own 22. 7.5 remaining in regulation time. Marshfield and Slinger tied up at 21. Don't forget, Football Friday night comes after this broadcast this evening here on WOSQ. Lydell to the near side. Hora in the pistol. Kurth, the tailback next to him. On first down, it's Kurth looking for a hole. Deach hits him, and he falls forward for about 1/2 yard. Once again, Ben Deach gets in there, makes a nice play. Got some help as well from Nick Spencer. But they'll rule Kurth down to the line of scrimmage for no gain. 2nd and 10 for Slinger at their own 22. Now 3 men wide to the far side. And Groves, the tight end on the near side. Hora wants to pass the football. Gets hit but throws, and it's through the hands of a receiver, Lydell, who stumbles. Bobbled it, went down to the 28. We'll see if they call that a catch or not. Looks like he did maintain possession. He was bobbling the ball as he went down, but it never touched the ground. And he's down on the 28, gains 6 yards on that play.
3rd and 4 for the Owls at the 28.
So a 3rd down situation now for Slinger. Big play here. 3rd and 4 Slinger at their own 28-yard line. Lydell and Bowden both to the near side. Kurth, the tailback next to Hora on this play. Hora back to pass. Throws quickly near side for Lydell. Makes the catch at the 35 and falls forward to the 38. He'll have the first down. Quick out pass to Lydell. Gains 9 to the 37. Lydell now 8 catches for 94 yards tonight.
1st and 10.
A first down for Slinger at their own 37. 6:15 left in regulation time. We are tied at 21 here in Slinger. Tigers need a stop here, get the football back. Lydell and Bowden both wide far side. Kurth, the tailback, stands next, and there's some confusion here. Kurth has his shrugging his shoulders like, where am I supposed to be here? He was confused, and so Coach Jacklin takes a timeout. Slinger's first timeout of the second half. 6:14 remaining in regulation time. Our score is Marshfield 21, Slinger 21. Back to Slinger and more football in just a moment.
Astor Assist.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken of Marshfield has been voted best pizza in Marshfield 12 years in a row. With popular choices like broccoli bacon cheese, drunken chicken, or any of the 25 specialty pizzas, Scotty's is ready to earn your vote now at 715-384-8118. Choose Scotty's for pizza, chicken, subs, sandwiches, and more. Carry out, dine-in, and delivery. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118.
Ball game with the Stratford Tigers, 14-0. Colby leading Spencer Columbus 34-0 early in the fourth quarter at Spencer. Here at Slinger, Marshfield and Slinger tied at 21 as we approach the halfway mark of the fourth quarter. It's Slinger football on their own 37-yard line, 1st and 10. Each team scored 2 touchdowns in the first quarter, and each with one touchdown in the second half. 1st and 10 Slinger at their own 37-yard line. Tanner Hora, quarterback for Slinger, takes the snap, pitches back to Kurth on the sweep, gets bottled up and cuts back inside of the 40, 45, and now behind the defense. At the 40, cuts outside 35, 30, up the far sideline, the 20, the 10-yard line, and near the goal line, dives forward for the touchdown. Avery Kurth goes 63 yards for the score. 4-play, 78-yard scoring drive, and Slinger now leads 27-21. 63 yards for Kurth, who now has rushed for 225 yards in this ballgame. And Slinger back on top by 6 once again. Cameron Groves back on to attempt to kick the PAT. Here's the snap. Ball is on the way, and the kick is good.
Point after attempt by Cameron Groves is good.
So Slinger takes the lead once again. 6:02 remaining in regulation time. And our score is Slinger 28 and the Marshfield Tigers 21. More football coming up following this message.
Witness the difference of a Catholic education at Columbus Catholic Schools.
I think everyone should just know what makes this place special.
Come and see. That's just what the Lord always said, and put your toe in the water. There are great schools, and it's a good fit. I'd always want them to come and to just to feel the goodness and the family atmosphere.
I invite everyone just to come in and see what it's about and to see if it might be right for them and their family.
We invite you to schedule a tour today.
Now the Marshfield Tigers have to respond once again. They're down by 7 halfway through the fourth quarter. Cameron Groves kicking off once again for Slinger. Schaefer and Pretsch back in deep safety for Marshfield.
Cameron Groves.
Groves, a 4-year kicker for the Slinger varsity. Sets himself. And here's the kick. A very long kick. And that's well in the end zone for the touchback. So Tiger football on their own 20, halfway through the fourth quarter. And Marshfield now trailing 28-21. Tigers need to drive the field once again for a tying score. Tiger touchdown tonight. 19-yard pass play from Femmel to Lemoyne. And then Femmel, 2 touchdown runs, 20 yards and 3 yards. Tiger football on their own 20-yard line. Each team has 2 timeouts remaining here in the second half. Femmel at quarterback. Takes the snap and runs himself on the quarterback draw across the 25 and stumbles the 27.
Trevor Femmel with the quarterback keeper.
Femmel gets about 7 yards on that play. He's now rushed for 76 yards tonight. Tigers, boy, Femmel 76, Seidel 70, and Marsh 157. The Tiger rushing attack very impressive tonight, as has been Slinger for that matter. 2nd and 3 Tigers at their own 27-yard line. Jacoby and Lemoyne both wide near side. Meverton the tight end on the far side. Colby a wing on the near side. Femmel gives to Marsh, looking for a hole. Not much there, however. He'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage. Nothing for Marsh on that play.
Stop made by Luke German of the Owls.
And now a 3rd down play coming up for Marshfield. 3rd and 3 for Marshfield at their own 27-yard line. Braden Anderson back in to play a fullback spot or a wingback slot with a new play from Coach Cadle.
3rd and 3 at the 27.
Third and 3 Tigers at their own 27-yard line. Anderson wing on the far side. Femmel sets down the line. And Trevor gives to Marsh. Has a nice gain to the 30. Sidesteps some tacklers. Upended at the 32. Went kind of head over heels on the play, but does have the first down.
Thomas Stowers on the
tough run there for Jeff Marsh. He'll pick up about
1st and 10 Tigers
6 on that play to the 33. 1st and 10 Tigers at their own 33-yard line. Tigers down 28-21. 4:20 remaining in regulation time. Stay with us for football Friday night following Tiger football this evening here on WOSQ. Lemoyne and Hinson wide on the far side. Colby wing on the near side. Meverton tight end. Marsh at tailback. Femmel back to pass the football. Throws to the far sideline. Intercepted. A Slinger man that's Thomas Stowers jumps the route in front of Lemoyne, makes the interception. That's his second interception tonight. And Slinger has the ball back.
Interception made at the 34-yard line. Owls will take over.
2 interceptions for Stowers. And it's Slinger football inside the Tiger 40. Fimmel now with 3 pass interceptions this year. He also threw 8 last year. Ball is just inside the Tiger 35. First and 10 Slinger at the Tiger 35. Slinger on top, 28-21. 3:50 remaining in regulation time. Hora will give to Kurth straight ahead. He's bottled up on this play, and Colbeck will wrap him up. He still fights his way forward and still bringing people with him inside the 25-yard line, or inside the 30-yard line. Kurth just would not go down, kept his legs going. Should have been stopped for no gain, but gains about 7. They'll mark him down on the 27-yard line.
Second down and 3 for the Owls.
Kurth has rushed for 232 yards tonight. Second and 3 Slinger at the Tiger 27. Clock winding down, 3:10 remaining in regulation time. Tigers do have 2 timeouts remaining. Lydell comes out to the near side. Bowden far side. Hora will give... No, he'll keep the ball himself on a sweep to the near sideline and cut down from behind by Daggett around the 22.
Brings it up to the 20-yard line.
He should have the first down with that run. They'll mark him, I think, officially on the 21.
Another Slinger Owls, first down.
6 yards for Hora on that run. And a first down for Slinger at the Tiger 21. Clock rolling, 2:45 left in regulation time. And Slinger on top, 28-21. Kurth winds up at the tailback again. Hora the quarterback, likely they'll keep the ball on the ground if they can. Hora watching that back judge for the time situation. Gets the snap, hands to Kurth. Gets a few yards, but then dropped by Daggett as he crosses the 20-yard line.
Kurth on the carry for the Owls.
Marshfield now will take a timeout.
Timeout on the field.
Tigers use their second timeout with 2:20 remaining in regulation time. And our score, Slinger 28, the Marshfield Tigers 21. And back with more football in just a moment.
At Express Employment Professionals, we place people from all walks of life in all kinds of jobs.
Hi, welcome to Express. Please sign in and have a seat.
Great, thanks. Great, thanks. Great, thanks. Great, thanks.
Here at the Marshfield 17. Tigers now down to 1 timeout remaining. And 2:20 left in regulation time. Again, football Friday night follows Tiger football this evening here on WOSQ. Second and 6 Slinger at the Tiger 17. Slinger still huddling along the near sideline. Now the Owls come out. Avery Kurth with 25 carries tonight, 236 yards.
Second and 7 at the 17.
Owls line up, second and 4 at the 17-yard line. Hora gets set, takes the snap, rolls to the far sideline, now throws far side, and the ball is caught out of the backfield by the tight end. Adam Leshy, the tight end, makes the catch and goes down immediately.
Timeout,
Inside the 15-yard line. Now the Tigers take another timeout. Marshfield's final timeout. See where they mark the football. Looks like Leshy went down right on the 13-yard line. He's still 1 yard shy of the first down. So he gained 4 on that play. Slinger looking at third and about 2 at the Tiger 14-yard line. Now 2:09 left in the fourth quarter. Marshfield down 28-21. Tiger football tonight on WOSQ, brought to us by Sternois & Sons Ready Mix and Block of Marshfield, Trudeau Construction of Marshfield, and the Marshfield Tiger Booster Club. By the way, as of right now, the Tigers do not have a ball game next week. They've had three teams bail out on them. Between Wausau East and Brookfield Central and the Milwaukee Academy of Science, Tigers still looking for an opponent for next week. So we do not know if we have Tiger football next Friday night or not. But if we do have a ball game, we'll let you know here on WOSQ. Tigers need to stop right here. 3rd and about 2 for Slinger at the Tiger 14-yard line. Tigers now are out of timeouts. So Slinger makes this first down. They can run out the clock. Hora in the pistol. Kurth behind him on 3rd and 2. And Kurth bouncing outside, cuts back inside across the 10 to about the 8 and stop there. But that will be the first down for Slinger.
Moves the chains for a Slinger's first down.
Kurth gains 5 more to the 8. And that gives Slinger a first down at the Tiger 8-yard line. 2 minutes to play. Marshfield trailing 21-20. Marshfield cannot stop the clock. Tigers are now out of timeouts.
The Owls at the 7.
See if Hora just takes a knee here. Tries to punch it in. Not a tight formation. Hora will hand to Kurth. He's stopped in the backfield. Takes a big hit from Daggett back at the 9 and stopped for a loss.
No gain on the play.
Kurth loses one on that play.
2nd down and goal.
2nd and goal for Slinger at the Tiger 9. 1:25 left. Clock is rolling. Tigers cannot stop it. Marshfield is out of timeouts. Great ball game this evening, but the Slinger Ball Club gets that last score, and Tigers could not respond. And so it looks like Slinger will win this one tonight. 2nd and goal Slinger at the Tiger 9. 1:05 left. Slinger lines up once again. And Hora will pitch it to Kurth coming to the near sideline. Has some room to the outside. Gets hit at the 5-yard line. Spins forward near the goal line. And he does get in for the touchdown.
Punches it in. Breaks the play to the goal for a Slinger touchdown.
Kurth goes the final 9 yards for the score. 7-play. 38-yard scoring drive following the pass interception. And Slinger leads 34-21 with 53 seconds to play. Groves again on to attempt to kick the PAT. Ball is down, kick is up, and the kick is good.
Point after attempt by Cameron Groves is good.
So Slinger scores again. 52 seconds left in regulation time. Our score now is Slinger 35, the Marshfield Tigers 21. We'll come back to Slinger and more football in just a moment.
If you lose direction, you can grab my hand. I'll be the one behind you to say no. One-man band. Just follow your dreams and keep your promises.
We're all different, but we all want great health insurance. See why we're rated #1 in service, coverage, and affordability in Central Wisconsin.
For Kurth. And Slinger leads by 2 scores with 52 seconds remaining in regulation time. Cameron Groves to kick off for Slinger.
Kicking off for the Owls, number 33, Cameron Groves.
Pretch and Schaefer back in deep safety for Marshfield. Here's the kick, a line drive. And it's Schaefer at the 2-yard line to the far sideline across the 10, the 15, but stopped right there.
Pretch on the return for the Tigers.
So Marshfield has the football.
Cade Wills and
right around their own 14-yard line.
For the Owls.
45
Tigers,
seconds remaining in regulation time. Tigers now down by 2 scores. And the Marshfield offense back on the field. You're listening to Marshfield Tiger football on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, Spencer, Marshfield, and WOSQFM.com. Looks like Adam Gilbertson now playing quarterback for Marshfield.
10 at the 14.
Seidel at tailback. Before the snap, we have a Slinger timeout. Slinger takes its second timeout. 45 seconds left in regulation time.
Owls' second timeout.
Our score is Slinger 35 and the Marshfield Tigers 21. Marshfield Tiger volleyball team continues play tomorrow at the Sun Prairie East Invitational. Marshfield did win 4 matches at Sun Prairie earlier today. Tigers line up once again. Gilbertson playing quarterback. Seidel is the tailback. And Seidel gets the handoff across the 15 to the 20, bounce outside across the 25, and down to about the 29-yard line.
Mason Seidel on the carry.
Mason Seidel gets 16 on that run. He's rushed for 86 yards off the bench. First down for Marshfield at their own 30-yard line.
Tigers at the 30.
As we hit the 35-second mark, time for 1 or 2 more plays for the Tigers. Adam Gilbertson, a quarterback. His first varsity action, I believe. Gives to Seidel again, gets outside to the 35-yard line, and pushed out of bounds around the 38.
Mason Seidel on the carry. Brought down by Joey Mechanic.
8 more for Seidel. Well, one more run like that, he'll be over 100 yards.
2 at the 38.
Marsh already well over 100 at 163 tonight. 22 seconds left. 2nd and 2 for Marshfield at their own 38. Lemoyne and Jacoby out wide to the near side. Seidel stays in the ball game at tailback. Gilbertson gives him the football once again. Nice gain across the 40, 45 to midfield and cut down inside Slinger territory.
Seidel on the carry.
And Mason Seidel goes over 100 yards with that run to the 47-yard line. 15 more in that play. First down for Marshfield at the Slinger 47. Now the clock starting again, 12 seconds left. Tigers have time to run one more play. A bit confused of where they should be here. Now they get set. Gilbertson takes the snap, wants to pass the football, throws deep along the far sideline, underthrown, the ball falls incomplete, and time runs out, and that will end the ball game. However, there's a penalty flag down here, so we'll wait here. That's a defensive penalty. The Tigers would get one more play. Still waiting on this one. The Marshfield Tiger ball players now coming onto the field for the handshakes. But we do have a penalty flag here, I believe. And if it's a defensive call, the Tigers would get one more play. Illegal procedure against Marshfield declined, so the game comes to an end.
Start on the Tigers.
So that ends the ball game this evening, and the Slinger Owls come away with the win tonight over the Marshfield Tigers. Our final score, Slinger 35 and the Marshfield Tigers 21. Back with a full recap on our postgame report in just a moment.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on U.S. Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com.
All right, so we're here with Kim Hyman. Kim, Nasonville Dairy, 125 years in the making. Tell us about that.
You know, it's fantastic. It was the first plant built in Wood County back in 1885. Sal Nason and his family came here, and they started a small dairy plant. Eventually that plant burnt down, but then they rebuilt onto this same facility, and our family moved here in the late 60s in 1968 and took it over from there, and it's been just a fantastic growth. Great community, great people we have working for us. Oh, it's an open market. It's huge. You know, the opportunity for the diversity in the cheese industry is fantastic, and you have to be that way in order to sell a lot of product. And so we've got a great group of people working on the research and development side for us. So it's been really fortunate for us. Oh, right. We have 185 farm families that market their milk through us here at Nasonville Dairy. And we are so lucky we have like the best dairy farms in not only in central Wisconsin, but in the United States, marketing milk through us. So we're just really fortunate on that side.
Actually, we started in 1968. Our father brought us here from another cheese plant in Wisconsin. We had come from the cheese business. We've always been in the business. We had moved around the state in different parts. He brought us here about that time. The plant ran 7,500 pounds of milk at that time, and now runs about 1.5 million a day. So. We originally started out with making cheddar, and now we make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Friar, Seco, Parma, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda Edam and a little bit of Munster on occasion.